Hi everyone, I'm super excited. We are back today with a very detailed pick a card reading on who is your soulmate or your next significant soulmate. I personally believe that we all have multiple soulmates, but maybe you just are already with your soulmate. This can maybe have to do with a soul family, like a best friend, right? Something like that. But I'm assuming for most of these we're talking about your next romantic soulmate. So this is going to be very detailed. Like I said, we are going to figure out all about who your soulmate is. We're going to look into personality, physical attributes. We'll see if we can figure out anything about their career, if you've met them or not yet, how old they are. We'll see what your relationship will be like, and we will see timing too. We're going to try and get some timing. We have so many decks here. I'm looking around, so we're going to use a bunch of, we're going to use, each group is choosing one tarot deck. I will put up the picture on the screen. So I'll use a different tarot deck for each. So we'll start off with that to get an overview. And then I have a bunch of different oracle decks. We're going to do astro dice. We're going to look into zodiac sign and see what may be present in their natal chart. And we've got, 4 new decks at least. One has to do with love I just got today. But yeah, lots of stuff to go over. So use your intuition and pick what pile calls to you most. There's 3 stones you can choose from as well. Where's the... I just dropped one. Oh, there it is. So for our first group, we are using the Modern Witch Tarot, and we have this heart-shaped Jasper stone. And then for the second group, this is the first time I've used this. I just got to say, actually, the Light Seers Tarot and Ametrine. And then, my current favorite deck, I don't know why I'm throwing in these details, maybe it will help you choose. We have the So Below deck from the Book of Shadows and Malachite. So, again, it's probably on the screen now. I'll put the picture up so you can see up close. I will leave timestamps down below. You can pause the video and take as much time as you need. And just FYI, if you guys missed my last video, it was a pretty quick one. We had 6 groups and we looked into if you met your soulmate yet. So I'll link that down below if you want to check that out first or next, because I'm guessing this video will be pretty long compared to that one. So yeah, just wanted to let you know. And yeah, if more than one pile calls to you, feel free to watch both. There's likely messages in both of them. And like I said, I believe that there are multiple soulmates for each person, and maybe it'll be about 2 future ones, or like confirming one. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. For some of you, this may confirm that who you're with is your soulmate. And again, this is like something so not like who you're currently with, maybe it's your like soul best friend you're going to be meeting or something like that. Some people even have like a pet soulmate. I heard that. I was watching Ellen, like a clip from Ellen. It was like recommended to me on my YouTube. I'm looking up because my TV's right there with YouTube on it. And it was about this psychic, or he can see, like, look into past lives. And he said he's been with his cat for like thousands of years, and it did something to my heart. It felt so happy. I was like, oh my gosh, like I could be with my cats that I've lost again. I never like thought about that before. I thought about it with people. I don't know, I won't keep going into a tangent, but I'm tearing up thinking about it. I don't know, but it could be maybe about a pet that you're going to have in your life that means something to you. Whatever it is, it's going to be a very important, amazing, I mean, it doesn't mean they're always easy, but it's going to be a significant relationship in your life, a soul relationship. So I forgot to mention, we're also going to look into like karmic lessons meant to be learned through your relationship. Did I miss anything else? I wrote it all down so I didn't miss anything when I was doing it. So yeah, details on them, on the relationship, lessons learned, time, and we'll use some charms too. So yeah, enough talking. Let's get started with our group number 1. Move these aside. So hi, group number 1. You guys chose the Modern Witch Tarot, and then we have this heart-shaped Jasper stone. So something tells me a lot of you guys, or maybe it's the soulmate I'm catching this from, is maybe that you've been really protective of your heart. Maybe you've been hurt in the past, and you have the shield up. But I feel like whoever is coming into your life, or is in your life now, the soulmate, is going to really be able to, work their way in and soften up your heart a little bit, which is really sweet. So Spirit, please provide clear and accurate message, Emmy, on this future or the soulmate. Yeah, we're going to focus on like the next significance. So if I say future or anything like that, don't get thrown off if you are with someone currently or something. But Spirit, please provide information, an overview, and 6 tarot cards on this soulmate for our group number 1. We'd like to know an overview of the relationship, who this person is, and any other necessary information. Thank you so much for your guidance, for your clear and accurate message, for allowing me to channel for the group and give them these messages. I'm so grateful. Thank you for protecting me, everyone watching, and their loved ones and their future soulmate. So the first card we hear of here is a 10 of Swords reversed. And this kind of goes with what I was just saying. In this deck, it says everything is fine. So it says everything is not fine. So yeah, I think you guys really just had a broken heart before. And they likely did too. Again, since this is a general reading, it can go both ways. Both of you I feel like it's both of you really, you know, since you were so hurt, maybe it like put you off from relationships for a while, or you're just like, you know, a little cautious and don't really let your guard down often. Maybe you meet them on online dating. I mean, who doesn't? I mean, I think most people do these days, right? And then we have Temperance. Oh, this makes me think, yeah, it's definitely a karmic relationship. And I feel like you guys might have like a blended family or something, like you come from different backgrounds, but like it's like the perfect blend. Like you two just match really well together and you both add different things, which is great. So yeah, there's a lot of balance and a lot of love. And I think this is definitely a karmic relationship, which means like you guys came here on this earth for this life to like learn something from each other. And it's going to be really great. I think they might be pretty spiritual. It could be you too. And we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. So one or both of you could be Earth signs potentially. But let's see. Yeah, maybe they're an animal lover. Maybe they, or you like it goes with what I was saying before. You like had something in the past and you feel like you don't really have like a home right now, but they're going to make you feel like you have a home and be very nurturing to you and very sweet. And like you're going to be like the object of their affection. I feel like there's someone who likes to like, what is the love language? It's not like gifts, but it's like maybe quality time or something. And they like to do acts of service. I feel like they're always wanting to do stuff for you to make sure you're happy. Like they're always looking after you. They probably really like the outdoors too. Treat you like a queen or king. And then we have the Knight of Swords. This one's reversed. So yeah, they might not want to move too quickly, or you won't, like with this soulmate connection. If it was upright, I'd be like, oh wow, things are moving quickly. But I think, yeah, both of you are protecting your heart from past stuff, and it might not move, like be super smooth either in the beginning. It might be kind of hard to like get in, but like once you do, it'll take off. But I think it'll be a slow pace for sure. Got some ear energy there too. I have dark hair. Let's see, yeah, there's like darker complexion, like super fair, which kind of goes like the blended, not like it has to do with looks exactly. I was thinking more like family, but only one card at a time, please, Spirit. Can you provide anything else for this overview before we get into all the details? Yeah, I feel like maybe one of you, are they like really used to be like quick to anger, like kind of like had a really negative outlook on life. When they meet you, like you really like soften them, like give them hope and like make them feel more balanced emotionally and like in life too. And like their sweet side comes out, but like everyone else in the world always saw them as someone that was just like kind of like a jerk kind of, or like just yeah, kind of closed off, and they came off like just pessimistic and like, what's the point, or like love doesn't exist, you know, like said things like that. And then like people are gonna like look at you guys and be like, wait, is he like holding her hand? Like what? And then we have Wheel of Fortune reverse. So this again makes me think that this is a karmic cycle. I don't think you guys have met yet right off the bat, because I feel like you guys are both in this spot right now that makes you feel like you're in a lower spot or a lower place in life. But you know what, that wheel is going to turn and things are going to get better. And you know, I think of karma too, and I think of Wheel of Fortune. Like, you know, there's lows and there's highs to life. There's cycles, and this cycle that you guys are in now is about to close. I'm thinking it's going to be soon. And if you're resonating with this, you know, definitely like it's going to get better, and I think you two are going to help each other. Okay, let's get one more tarot card. Oh, go on to all the other things. Get information on them specifically. This is like an overview right now of like relationship, you and them. Maybe you guys live kind of far apart right now too. And then we have the Three of Pentacles as our last overview card here. So more earth energy. Maybe they're really confident with their body. They could be someone who's a creative of some sort or a teacher. I feel like whatever they do in life, they're like really skilled at it and passionate about it. Like maybe they haven't been in relationships for a while and they've just been working a lot. And maybe they're older than you and you're going to learn a lot from them, and they're going to learn a lot from you too, because I feel like they've been just focused on career and work and stuff, but like you're going to make them like maybe more open to spirituality. Like you're going to open up that heart chakra maybe, and they're going to be like, it's going to be so new to them, and you're just going to learn so much from them too. And I think that also goes with that like blended energy, getting to know each other. There's Pentacle energy on the bottom of the deck too, King of Pentacles. So let's put these tarot cards aside, and let's now get information on this person, the soulmates. So what should we start off with? How about we start off with like zodiac signs and stuff like that? I love that. So this could be their sun sign, and even if you're thinking it might be someone, it's not their sun sign, like it's like just one small part of it. Like the whole natal chart is like really is, you know, what makes it, but it could be confirmation mostly in these readings. Also, it could just be like the traits, maybe even the seasons that you meet this person, something significant. So Aries jumped out. So you or them can be in Aries or have strong Aries placement in their charts. Very fiery energy. They're very like active, go-getter, adventurous, confident, and driven. This goes with that job thing I was saying before. I think, yeah, they're very driven, and I think they're successful. Definitely a go-getter. Yeah, and I feel like the eyes are kind of like looking down there. Yeah, they're really involved in like themselves and their work and everything right now. And they're good at it. And they think that's all they need. They don't think they like need love. Little will they know until you walk in. Spirit, can you provide more information, please? I have 2 astrology decks we're actually going to use. And then we have more fire energy. Sagittarius, spontaneous, energetic, and intellectual. Yeah. When I think of like a teacher or professor, like I think of Sagittarius. Maybe they like to travel. They're all into higher learning, and it also makes me think too, like confirming that you're going to learn a lot from each other. There's a lot of yellow here. So yeah, they have maybe some fiery energy. That maybe they have. Well, I'm gonna list every hair color if I start going that way, but I feel like they're like cute but don't know it, you know? Like, especially when they open up to you too. Like, it's like one of those people, like, when you get to know them, they get cuter. You know what I mean? Like, because some people, it can be the opposite too, you know? When their energies don't vibe with you and stuff, it's like, everyone's like, oh, that person's so hot, and then you're like, have you talked to them? They're like, no, there's someone, like, they're just gonna keep getting more attractive. Like, maybe there's someone at first you wouldn't even consider. Yeah, but once you do, you're like, oh my god. Ooh, shit. Only one card at a time. Please. Hi, Emmy. So cute. I see her literally all the time, every day, and every time I catch a sight of her, I'm like, oh, I love you. It's like gonna be you guys. Every time I see this card, I first think it says Sagittarius, but it says Saturn in it, so it's Saturn. So yeah, I feel like they might be pretty traditional or just like older and wiser. That's coming through a lot too. And even if they're not like, it's not a big age gap, I feel like they're an older soul. Saturn, so they can rule, Saturn rules Aquarius and Capricorn, and we had some earth energy out here. Well, the modern ruler of Aquarius is now Uranus, but before that planet was even found with Saturn. Yeah, so I feel like they have like a rigid structure and all this stuff, and then like things are gonna like just it's gonna be like not like you're disrupting their life in a bad way, you know, but it's gonna be like they're really but wait, I have to this at this time, you know. But then they're gonna be like, oh my god, like you're gonna just change them so much. They're gonna be like you're gonna soften up, and they're gonna like teach you so much too. But that's like what you're doing for them. Let's get one more of these spirit. Aquarius. I was just saying that. So we're in Aquarius season 2. Yeah, until the 18th of February. If you're watching this in real time. Let's roll the astro dice too, please, Spirit. Give us more information. Oh, I forgot we're going to look at like angel numbers and other dates too. But we're going to get timing. But so far, I'm getting the vibe that you guys have not met this soulmate yet. Sometimes when they fall off, I feel like it's like really significant. Let's say Pisces. Go grab it though. Yeah, Pisces. And then we have the second house. The number 2 just makes me think of 2 people. It has to do with like career and finances, but I think maybe like maybe they work in that kind of field. And then it says Pluto. Yeah, I was looking at them like yesterday, the signs, because 2 of them look so much alike, like Neptune and Uranus. Yeah, and then Pluto. You guys are going to transform each other's life. And then Pisces. So maybe you guys are meeting in, it could be really soon. Like 2 could even be February. Like you're meeting at the end of this month. February 18th is when Pisces season starts. Or that could be them. It could be a water sign. The second house is ruled by Taurus. And we did have some earth energy. But it also has to do with like finances and career, which goes with what we're saying. And then Pluto, I feel like that's like major life changes. Like you guys, like their life, I already talked about, was going to be changed, and I think yours will too. Like you guys are going to really transform each other for the better, and that karmic cycle, like get that wheel turned around, you know, in the positive, balance each other out. Oh yeah, and her sweater is like a rainbow color, and I just thought about like the chakras, like unblock each other's chakras. If you know that stuff, that makes sense too. But yeah, I feel like you guys are feeling like everything is not fine, or like, you know, maybe been stabbed in the back by a lot of people, and yeah, so just the fact that you're not even open to this, or they're not open to this type of thing right now, like it's going to be such a huge transformation for the better. So, and then Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, just for those wondering, could be in any of those seasons. And now let's get some more info. What should we do? What oracle deck should we do first? How will we do the love one? Oh, let's learn more about them first. Let's look at these archetypes. Let's see if we can find out more here first. There's so many decks around me. That's why I wrote it out. I'm really excited for one of these. I don't know how many use it. There's so much information on each card, so I'm just going to go with my intuition and stuff. But maybe we can find out their career and stuff that way. But I feel like they're in, like, professor, for some reasons, coming through a teacher. They're really into their career. Very smart and intellectual. Which is like with Aquarius too. Oh, and they're both looking this way. Interesting. It's kind of... Spirit, can you provide more information on the future soulmate or the soulmate of our group number 1? The vow. I think you guys are going to get married. You know, because it doesn't mean a soulmate for everyone. So I think this, for most of you in this group at least, this is going to be at least a commitment, you know. It doesn't mean you have to get, like, legally married, you know. You're going to commit to each other in a real way, and there's 2 hands here, no longer 1, and a bird. For some of you, could be in a marriage now, but I think it also means you'll also be committed to them. So, you know, maybe some of you just got out of a marriage, or they did, or even if you didn't just do it, it's still, like, part of the pain and part of this, like, negative attitude towards relationships could be that you were in one, or getting out of one, or in an unhappy marriage now. But this is a happy, committed one. Look, it's yellow too in this card a lot, and there's a lot of yellow energy right here. I have to, like, take a picture of this. If you guys wanted to, like, screenshot it at the end, I'll put it up, and You guys can screenshot if you want to like look at it later, refer back to it or something. Sometimes when I watch pick a cards, I like write everything down. And why am I saying this to you guys? I feel like they might be, yeah, they're very like logical minded. I feel like they probably document things a lot. I don't know. Maybe they like work taxes. But yeah, this is going to lead to a committed relationship for sure. 54. I wonder if they're 54 years old, or that means something. Ooh, something wanted to pop out, but it didn't. The sword. In the first card, we had some swords in it. Ooh. Look at it. There's like one side of this card's all dark, and the second is all bright, like the side over here. And I feel like with this sword, you're going to cut through and break your, like, you know, not really cut them, actually, obviously. But you're going to, like, break into, you know, they have this, like, protective barrier up, which is, like, one of the first things I mentioned for this group. And you're going to be able to penetrate your way in. And make each other's life so much brighter. There's, like, a lightning bolt, too. Like, it's going to, like, maybe you guys will even meet when it's, like, totally unexpected. Yeah, I don't know if I got any information on how you guys will meet yet. Wow. And it also makes me think here too that this is like being set up by the cosmos, by spirit. You know, this really is going to be a karmic thing for you guys. And their lightning strikes and your whole world's going to change. And this also makes me think of air energy more so too, like Aquarius. And the bottom of the deck here is the ocean. Something made me look at that. So maybe they live by the water, they love the water, you love the water. Maybe you guys all meet like on vacation by the water or something like that. The ocean means a lot to you. Maybe that's like where you go to retreat, like just to clear your mind or something like that. Where's that card? What contact do I do next time? Okay, let's get some more information. We're going to do all these oracles. Let's look at this. I'm so curious. Let's see. Spirit, can you please tell me information on like what their profession is, when they'll meet, how old they are, if they've been already. Please make all the missing gaps clear, please, with these oracle cards here. Here it says young female is identity. That could have to do with, it could be you or them. I feel like some of you could be Mexico. I think they are someone who has had some childhood trauma. This could be you, and that could be also why they have their guard up. There's multiple things here that could have happened. They could have been orphaned at a young age, abused, abandoned, kidnapped, even sold. That's really dark and sad. But something traumatic from their childhood is one of the reasons why they have their guard up and don't let everybody in and have this like negative outlook. So maybe they weren't even married. Maybe it was like they feel like that vow was broken with their parents or something like that. And maybe you'll help them heal that way, not just like through your love, but like you'll give them the tools to like, you know, get through that childhood trauma. And there's a lesson in your self-identity. And I think for one of you too, like they'll help you come out of your shell and teach you a lot of things. And yeah, Mexico, maybe that with the ocean, maybe you guys all go on your honeymoon there or something like that. But that's going to be significant for some of you. Let's get another card here. Oh, it says husband on here. So obsessive love. And then it has here trauma, abandonment. So that's confirmation there. They could be of Africa heritage, or yeah, I should have said that with Mexican too. It doesn't mean they're from there, or their family might be from there. Like they're like descendants from Mexico. But if you're in the U.S. or something like that, I'm saying you're like, how could they be in Africa or Mexico? But maybe that's just their heritage. This is so interesting. I love it. There's so much on here. Yeah, and then this one says sexual assault, like victim, witness, perpetrator, bystander. Yeah, I think definitely a hard past. And that could be you too, and you guys, that could be part of your like karmic lessons too, that you guys are here to heal each other and move forward, and not let that stop you from living the life that you are meant to live. Like you're meant to be happy, your spirit guides are saying, and it's hard for you maybe to relate, or them to relate to other people. I think it might be both of you, but at least them, if that doesn't relate to you, it might be really hard to relate to other people because of problems. Like, I mean, everyone has trauma, and I know there's like groups out there and stuff, but maybe they feel like they can't comfortably talk about things or something. You're gonna help them open up, and then you're gonna open up, and you guys are gonna. That's like why you're here, like to learn to love and be happy, and realize that it's possible to move forward. Happiness came out when I said happy. I am aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. Yes. And this is from the lessons deck. You guys are here to learn how to be truly happy. Like truly happy, not just like those moments, like I feel like I keep being repetitive, I feel like, but there's like this negative thing, like just like not even thinking you deserve love or that it's possible or something like that. And you guys are going to realize through each other that is. I am aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. And there's dolphins here, and we talked about the ocean. Yeah, there's something about water is really important here. And that's a nice affirmation you could say too. Again, I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. Okay, let's get some more information. I'm getting a lot of different things for how people look. Like right now there's not like one clear thing, so we'll see if that comes up in other cards, but I did get, for something, I think they are older, at least they act that way or seem that way. Maybe it's from that like rough childhood upbringing or something. Darker skin is the most prominent. All different types of hair. There is a lot of like lighter hair and then darker hair, like the two ends of the spectrum. There's some red here too. And then like younger and then older energy. Yeah. Feasts of Plenty. Oh my god, there's swords in this card. Choices and their consequences. Feast of Plenty. Yeah, you guys are going to all of a sudden have this abundant mindset. And there's a bee in this too, and crystals. But look at now there's not just one sword, there's two. And once those swords like pierce, like it's going to be like happy bubble just came to my mind or something. But feast. So like this harvest, like life is going to be so much more abundant. And yeah, I think you're going to teach each other, like you're going to make smarter choices, or realize that your past choices, things that you've done in the past, you're now like learning experiences. They're not meant to hold you back. And sure, you learned your lesson, whatever. Like, you know, there's consequences for bad things you've done in the past, but you're realizing that no longer holds you back, and you can move forward. And you know, like now that, like maybe if you treat people better and stuff, like you'll, like once you start thinking that you deserve to be happy, that you deserve love, that's gonna come. Like just choices, even in choices of your thoughts and your like everything. Your thoughts are energy, and that creates physical things in reality. So like you have to start thinking better, and once you start thinking, you'll make choices that are more consistent with the consequences and the desires like that you want. Like if you want love, like you've got to start having more loving thoughts towards yourself, like for example. And this has the number 20 on it. And there's like crystals here. I wonder if working with crystals is something you do or would do. A Feast of Plenty. I'm going to look in the guidebooks. I'm curious. But there's a bee there too, and I think that's a great like symbol. I don't know when it timed out. I was talking about bees. It must not have been too long. But I'm looking in the guidebook right now for this card here, and it's card number 20. That might mean something, or 2. The number 2 came up earlier. It's like union, you know, and money and stuff. But Feast of Plenty. Choices and their consequences. And I was saying that even your thoughts are like choices, and you have to start thinking more positively. Like for example, loving yourself, like, or just thinking loving thoughts, or that you deserve happiness, you deserve love, like I am loved, all those like positive affirmations, and that will bring about more options in love, like your soulmate, and like better consequences that fit your desires. So this For some reason, I looked at the page number. Maybe you're 40 or they're 40. Options, choices, their consequences, life's blessings. A great feast is laid out before you and requires you to choose. What will satisfy your hunger? Something new and unconventional with its potential for bitter and savory qualities, or something you already know you love? You are faced with a plethora of options right now, and while that may seem to be an extraordinary thing, too many choices throw you off balance. You might be worried that once you commit, you won't be able to turn back or refuse to confront the consequences of that decision. The most important thing is to realize that the feast is offering you experience. No amount of overanalyzing or strategizing will help you make the right choice now. I'm just going to skim the rest of it. Avoid the same choice if it keeps you hungry. I like that saying. So, do you keep going back to the same type of relationships? Are you staying stuck in this cycle of bad relationships? I mean, we already talked about how your person is going to change this, but like you need to take steps, Spirit's saying, in order to. I mean, I think you guys are meant to meet at some point, but like you still play a role in it, you know. So you're being called to examine your actions in terms of love right now. If something didn't feel good or does not bring you what it seemingly promised, do not choose that again. It's talking about like things here, but when we're talking about soulmate, like people, but I think it's definitely relationships here. The experience will only repeat itself. Yeah, you guys are meant to get out of this cycle and help each other. Yeah. Life's blessings are ever available to you, and they're calling your name. Okay, let's get one more from this deck. Yeah, the swords in that too I think there's definitely heavy air placement. Closing door, completion. Yeah, you guys are meant to close this door and this karmic lesson and move forward and experience love and happiness. And the number 5 is about change. It's time to close the old chapter and go into the new, and that's what you guys are going to do for each other. Yes. On the bottom of the deck, we have Eyes of the Eagle rising above the fray, and this is card number 18. Yeah, it's time to rise above the frequencies you're currently on. And the new beginnings is right below it. Moon Maiden. Whenever I say 41, I'm like, oh, I think I listened to that song yesterday. Yeah, I went out to my friend yesterday and I played it. I was like, my favorite Dave Matthews song. Yes. Keep your eyes open, because you might be missing this person, you know? Let's use my new love deck. Spirit, we need more information, please. What will this relationship be like? Any more information here? So yeah, I think you guys all have different backgrounds. I think you'll be different ages for most of you. Different, like, you know, family upbringings or something like that. But together, so good. So good. Rejection, 38. Yeah, I think you guys felt burned, you know, being rejected by other people. But I think for a lot of you, especially with all the sword energy coming out that like has to do with like mental stuff, like your thoughts, like in your head. I think you think that you're just going to get rejected, so you don't really go for people and stuff like that. And it also goes with the other things. Like, you don't want to miss out on any opportunities. Don't let one bad person or like whoever, a few bad people ruin it for you. Just keep that fire going. And they're going to like light that match, and it's going to be like on, because there's a lot of like fire energy, like yellows and stuff like that. You got to be open. We'll look in the guidebook for that too and see if there's what other information is. But I wonder if for some of you, this is someone you rejected in the past or vice versa too. But you were at different stages in your life, like different, you know, the cycle. That could be for some of you. So maybe some of you did and you were rejected by them before. But I think that's one of the reasons why you guys have been closed off to dating or like meeting the right ones, you know? Or you keep getting like burned by these people, but you're like not going at. And maybe Spirit's also saying that past things didn't work out because they weren't right for you, you know? That sucks. It felt bad, but it's for a reason. Control. Is this number 1? And this also makes me think of different backgrounds, and that you guys will have, I mean, it doesn't have to be like super drastic skin tone, but I feel like you guys are different ethnicities for some of you. Like, I love how that looks. So like I always am attracted to like, I'm more like a sapiosexual than anything. I like someone who's really smart. Well, it's not small, smart and witty, and like has a brilliant mind, which kind of sounds like your person. But I really like darker skinned people. It doesn't, not a specific race or anything, but I'm so pale, so it's like everyone is kind of. But I think that looks so beautiful. You know, everyone looks beautiful together. But I think that's how it'll be for you. You guys will, like, one of you will be really fair and one will have darker skin. But it could be like anywhere on the spectrum, but it'll be different. So maybe one of you will be more controlling, or maybe like that'll be one of your lessons to like loosen control. But let's look what that says. That's interesting. But right, I didn't even like really look at the word control as much as like the hands. Look how there's like the universe on there. Maybe when they're like a type A. Oh, the bottom of the deck is they have blank cards. I don't know about that. It says respect. And again, I don't know if this is how every card in the deck is, but I'm looking at the other one right below it, and it's not like that. Look at the two hands are different skin tones, but it goes from this, like control, to respect. Like, and I think of it as like some, you know, not being willing to open up or like be with someone, and like they're like, no, come on, we're meant to be together, and then you're like, you finally like release control, and you're like, let the universe bring this person to you, and you let them into like, and like learn more about them, or they let you in, and you just have so much respect for them, and like you guys just once you like learn about each other, it's like you're not like all tense and stuff, like you know, you're like embrace, you know, it's like a warm embrace instead of like get away, you know, like yeah, it's like so soft. It goes from like a hard grip, like and there's kind of like movement shown there too, to like, well, like, you know, really soft and gentle. Did I say 40 earlier? Stage 40, yeah. So let's look at that little guidebook that comes with it. It'll make you feel more secure. The heart's in a nest. Ooh. Nest can symbolize like you're gonna have a home together, but maybe some of you will have a kid with this person, or you have a kid already. They have one kid. I feel like it's one. Where is the book that came with that? This is gonna be a really long video. I'm just taking my time though. I'm not really going fast. Emmy, where'd the book go for that? Did you see it? Is it over here underneath you? Or is it underneath my cat? She doesn't want me to grab the books. Okay, that means we're just going to keep going. We don't need the guidebook. I think we got everything we needed from that. The camera. Okay. Spirit, please tell me more about this relationship. Anything we need to know. False person. Yeah, maybe they're going to have like a mask on at first, and that goes along too with like not really knowing who they are. Not really letting them in at first. I'm getting a lot of red here and like red in general, which is like passionate. And number 8. Yeah, so I feel like it's gonna take some time for you guys to really get to know each other and like put on, you know, kind of like put on a show, which is pretty normal. Like people, I mean, you only present your best self usually, but I feel like it's gonna be hard to get in and get to know them. They're gonna be really mysterious. I feel like this person does well. Maybe because, I don't know, maybe they don't spend a lot of money or something, or maybe they do, but I feel like they really take care of their appearance. Like, not really like they're like super over the top, but they're like really clean, you know what I mean? Like those people are just like look really clean. Usually it's people that have somebody, I don't know. Sometimes I see some people, I'm like, how do you look so clean? I think they get like their clothes tailored, and it's just like, I don't know. I don't get it. I like one of their secrets. It's like, do you know what I'm talking about? Maybe the person, like they're just like, yeah, but you're gonna like make less than like, you know, they probably wouldn't even leave the house without like a perfectly like steamed thing, and like, you know, and like, you're wearing like something with wrinkles, and they'd be like, but then they like loosen up. And then we have poverty reversed. So maybe they grew up poor and that they have more money now. I kind of got that vibe when I was talking about well off, like maybe they don't spend as much because they're like afraid, like, you know, of what could happen. Like, you know, or they just have that lack mindset kind of in many ways, like, but like with money, like, and they just haven't been using it and they don't really feel like they should, but like now they're going to realize they have like all this to share. Not only their love to share, they have their resources to share with you. And that probably has to do with that childhood trauma, like, and they never really got over it, like, and they don't spend their money and stuff, but they're not poor anymore. It's reversed, and that's number 37. Did I say that? Let's get one more. And then we're looking to timing. House. Look at this big house, yeah. And we got the, did I say house for something? Oh, the nest egg and stuff? Yeah. I think they definitely have a lot of money. And maybe they like don't live in a big house now, or like because they don't want to spend a lot of money, or they live in this like huge house. Maybe they inherited it or something, but it's like kind of empty or something, like, you know, and it's like kind of like dark and but like then you come in their life and it's like their life is so much more colorful. Like even the way their house is, it's just kind of like sad and depressing. It has all this stagnant energy and stuff. Maybe it was even some of their like family or something. But that wouldn't really go with being poor. But like, you know, maybe it was like a grandma. I don't know. I know everyone's story is different. Maybe this will have to do with like you'll meet them when you move. Are any of you guys moving soon or anything like that? There's on the bottom of the deck it says change, number 9, and there's a car there. So maybe there is travel involved with this. Maybe it'll be long distance. Spirit, let's get some timing, please. When will group number 1 meet this person? And you can also provide more information through the card too, but when will they meet their soulmate, and any other additional information please provided within the card. They're definitely rich. Or like something about this union will bring up much abundance, because there's a fish here, which is like good fortune, like a lot of money, and it's number for 34 might mean something to you guys. And that King of Diamonds, that's a fortunate card too. Let's look at the timing for this. Excuse me. And that also has to do with the ocean. I feel like they live by the water. You guys will, or they love the water, or something with the water. Yeah, just the meaning: money, fluidity, circulation, exchange, income, luxury. I'm definitely getting that vibe. Okay, where's timing? I thought I saved the page. January. But also it's subject to circulation or flow. You know what that's telling me? Like that, what I was saying earlier is that you need choices and their consequences. Like January, you'll likely meet them unless you're blocking it out. You guys, it cut out on me again. Oh, okay, so it must not have been too long. I'll like insert text over me right now if I missed a big portion or something of what I was saying. January is when you will meet them, but it also says open to like circulation or something, and that made me think also, because I was talking about fortune, that they're very have a lot of money and success, and that or this relationship is going to bring about a lot of abundance, like financially and more. Also that this water vibe's coming out a lot, like ocean, being by the water is going to be really important. And I was also saying that since it said like it's subject to circulation or something like that, that has to do with being open to love, you know? If you're closed off still, like I feel like it's going to be you that at least starts thinking thoughts that this is possible. Like hopefully since you're watching this, you will believe that this is true, but January, the number 34 can mean something that. Also, like 7, is a very spiritual number, and there's water in this card too. So I think one or both of you are spiritual or will help each other, like, be more spiritual or like even believe in a higher power type of thing. But this is very fortunate. It says January are subject to circulatory. But why can't I say that right now? Circulatory. Subject to circulation or flow. Maybe. Because I was talking about moving. Moving by the water might be when, like, how you guys come into contact. Something with water is very big here. The ocean specifically. Yeah. Let's do some charms. Did I use all of the decks? The million decks. We can get an angel number or numbers here too. We have here 1, 1, 7. So 117 can mean something. January 17th. Thank you, Spirit. Because we said January is when you're going to meet them. January 17th. Is that? I was thinking, is that Aquarius season yet? No. Capricorn? They're total Capricorn energy, though, with the Saturn coming out and, like, all this stuff I'm thinking about with them. Or have been saying about them, but doesn't mean they have to be. January 17th. Or the angel number 117. You guys, I encourage you to look that up and see what it means. I'm curious. I'm not looking at my phone. This reading's already a million years long. And then we'll do some charms to see if we can get any other information. I have this urge just like go through everything again with you, but I'm already repetitive, aren't I? I'm like, oh my god, it's midnight, but it's Saturday night, and I love this. Angel number... Maybe they're a night owl. When you see number 117, they are a lucky person. What? I clicked something and it's like talking about some math thing. What? Psalm 117? I'm not looking at that. It's a number of hope and encouragement. When you see it, embrace it and pray that God guides you every step. Surrender. You have to work through positive affirmations and thoughts. Yes. So one more time. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. I deserve love. I am loved. I am love. I give love. I receive love. I'm worthy of love. I love myself. All those things will just help. And the more you repeat things, the more it gets ingrained in your like subconscious, and you'll just like think those thoughts automatically, like, or your subconscious will, even if you don't really believe it, at that moment. Angel number 117 is a message of encouragement and good luck regarding your life partner. Yeah. You guys are going to be very abundant. Like, I feel like there's been some dark times for both of you, but like, it's going to be like a very fortunate, like I feel like even there might be financially really well off right now, but they're not like using it, it's like just like stagnant energy pretty much. Like money is energy, and it's not like money is the only thing that matters, but you guys are going to be like able to do all these things. You're going to be able to go to the ocean, you're going to just have so much fun. So let me take a picture of this quick. Oh my god, I was like, it might fly. Okay, let's move these and then we'll do the charms. And then, if you guys are still here, I hope this is helpful. I feel like there's a lot of information, but I told you it was going to be detailed. And we'll get more of the story, hopefully connect any missing dots. And if you guys want a private reading with me, like to get more details on you specifically, just message me. I have my information in the description. Here. Oh, there's too many decks around. So I get everything out of the way so I can throw the charms. I might get loud for a second. Spirit, what else we need to know? Please provide any information on the love, the soulmate for our group number 1. Wow, they're like all okay. Let's see what we got here and close this. Oh, I thought I moved that with me. Well, there's a B that came up earlier. It's right in the middle, the B, of home and family and career and money. Yeah, your union is going to bring a lot of change, like, obviously, because you guys have both been as part of night. Once you come together, it's like you're all of a sudden going to, like, bloom and be very prosperous in career, money, and home and family. Like, you guys coming together will be so abundant, like I was saying. In home and family, we have a freaking Ace of Hearts here, which is a new beginning. Yeah. I mean, we already know this is going to happen with you guys, but like, oh my God, Ace of Hearts, dude. That's like the Ace of Cups, pretty much. Oh, that's how I'm interpreting it, at least, like new love. An Ace. And then we have a baby, a pacifier here. And it's kind of in between the past and guidance. So maybe they have a kid, but with guidance. I'm thinking maybe this could also be with helping them with that childhood trauma, or maybe you're like guiding them and getting them out of that dark place, or just like being there for them and like making them realize that they're not alone and stuff like that. Some people may have a baby, and maybe possibly you guys will have one too. But I think since that was closer to guidance, I think that is confirming what I was saying earlier. And then we have here in the past, there's a bird. It goes kind of like outside of this. So yeah, I'm getting more air energy here too. I think they were just like soaring through their career and stuff and just like not really on the ground. Like they're just all up in their heads. Like they're very intellectual and yeah. I think they're very smart, but they're like in their head a lot. Like, you know, there's like thinking and they're like working all the time and stuff. Like, and they're like all up there, so they're not like on the ground where you can like meet them, if that makes sense. And in the present, we have here this shoe, this high heel shoe. So maybe that means they're going to be walking into your life soon. Or maybe like you guys will soon be going on your first date or something. This makes me think of like when you like dress up more in the beginning and stuff. But I think things are going to be moving forward soon. And for health, we have this music sign. It's kind of by career and money. But I think like music is just like pure love. I just love music. I mean, most people do. I think there's like a very small percentage of people. I don't know. But I think your union together is going to bring like harmony. Like I'm getting harmony when I look at this music note right now in the health. And I don't think there's any major health problem. I think it's more like a mental thing, you know, like, and that's probably what's going to bring them down to earth. And like, it's just going to make your life so beautiful. Like music, like, you know, like a musical. I don't know. Like, you know, when you're really happy and you're like singing songs more, like I know when I'm like stupid happy, I'm like singing in the shower and like, I kind of sing a lot, but you know, I'm like, you're definitely not in a bad mood when you're like singing all the time, right? Like you guys are going to just make each other sing, be so happy. Yeah, this was just a confirmation of all the things we've already talked about when I threw down these charms. Maybe this is random. Maybe this could be just apply for some of you. Maybe they could work, or you work in like music therapy, and you help sick people or something like that. I know at some hospitals they offer that, but like they use music, like you're a healer, or they are a healer of sorts. And they use music therapy to help maybe even like autistic children or something is coming to my mind. Interesting. And maybe that's what that like pacifier and guidance, maybe like healing without, it's very specific. Maybe like to gamble. I'm just trying to think of it. Yeah, things are just flooding in now. I'm like, oh my God, there's so much about your words. But that's what I have for you, Group 1. I know this is very long. If you guys are still here, let me know how you identify with this reading, if it resonated, and leave a B emoji so I know you're here if you don't want to leave anything else. But yeah, I wish you guys the best of luck. I hope you enjoyed this, like I said. And if you haven't already, I hope you consider subscribing before you go. And that means that I'll see you in the next video. Bye, Group 1. I can't believe my battery didn't die. group number 2. Wow, that reading was very long for group number 1. We'll see how yours goes. Now I know like where everything is, but let's get started. You guys chose my newest tarot deck and the stone ametrine, which is a combination of 2 things. I feel like that like you guys are bringing this into each other's lives. So it's amethyst and citrine, like great combo in my opinion. So the qualities of both, just peace, tranquility, joy, abundance, love is coming. So Spirit, please provide an overview. So we're going to start off with an overview of everything, like who this is, what a relationship would be like, etc., etc. Just like overview in general, like, and then we'll get into the details with oracle cards. We'll use some astrology dice, astro dice. We have charms, we have angel numbers, we have all the things. All the things. Spirit, can you please provide an overview? Clear and accurate overview of the soulmate for group number 2. Throughout this reading, please provide information on who they are, what they look like, what their personality is like, what their relationship will be like, what their future together will be like, what their karmic lessons are. Then like, what are all the details? Ooh. Oh, I think we have 2 here. The first one we have here is the Knight of Swords, and in this deck we see someone running after like a motorcycle that's loose. So I feel like they're going to be someone who's very active and like maybe it's like high risk sport type stuff. Maybe they're military or are. And this also makes me think that things are going to move fast with you guys because there's a bird there too. Like you guys are going to, it's going to like, once you guys are in each other's life, it's going to like soar forward. There's some air energy here too, so they could be an air sign because there's another. And then we have the Queen of Swords right after. And there's some flags in the background. I wonder if you guys will meet while traveling, or you like traveling, or you're from different places. There's a bird in that one too. So yeah, you could be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Yeah, both have like weapons. I mean, these are both like I feel like you guys are on guard kind of, but one more relaxed. Maybe like they're chasing after you, but I'm getting a very sporty vibe. Maybe this is both of you, or this is just confirmation that there's a lot of air energy here. I'm getting the feeling right off the bat that you guys have not met yet, for most of you at least. Just because not facing each other, you know. Let's keep going on. There's a motorcycle, maybe they're into, they have a bike too. They look fit. They take care of themselves. Well, I just look split the deck, not even meaning to, and there's another court card, Page of Cups. Oh, there's 2 hands that have like a little heart. I just got this deck, so if I look a little at the cards a little bit longer than usual, look, there's like feet in there. So they could be a water sign, but I feel like they're creative and they're flying pig. What does that mean? I think they're daydreaming about love a lot. This could also be you. Maybe they are intuitive, but I feel like they are creative. Maybe they're studying something still, or you're studying. Could be young, or at least have young energy, like a young soul. Like that goes with like the active too. And maybe they're into like crystals and stuff like that, or you are, because I see the bracelets that look like that. So maybe they're like a healer of sorts. I feel like they're a thinker, you know, they're like always dreaming about something, going after something. They're very creative. And they're like wondering things all the time, like, because there's a pig flying. I'm like, wonder if they always like are like, well, what's that? Like, how could that happen? You know, they have a lot of like abstract ideas. Like they're very intelligent, and they just like think of the bigger picture, maybe. Yeah, and look how in the Queen of Swords is kind of like looking out too. Yeah, they like dream big and like have high aspirations. Or just are so curious about life and love too. Oh, where did that go? This card really wanted to come out. 6 of Wands is like the victory card. Maybe they're like a performer on stage, but this. I mean, we already know, like, once you meet your soulmate, that's pretty awesome, like, Victoria, but I feel like there's someone that could be in the spotlight. Like, look at all eyes on them. And I was saying creative earlier. I bet they're very attractive. I'm just getting that vibe, even though I can't really see faces. I mean, he's really cute too. Probably dressed really nice. And yeah, I think they have a lot of people looking at them. Maybe they have a lot of people trying to date them and stuff. They've got some fiery energy here. Like a star, like a performer of sorts. Again, this is just a general, so this, like, about the relationship, about you even, that could be coming through. So if any of this identifies with you, that could be like confirmation this is your pile. But Spirit, can you provide more information, please? Maybe you like to go to concerts together. Maybe you meet them at a concert or something too, or some kind of event, live event. And then we have 7 of Pentacles. Oh, it's like you guys are going to grow and blossom. Is planning something. So it could be earth energy. Also, this could just refer to someone that really likes outdoors and likes gardening and stuff, just likes to be outside. Like, that kind of goes with other cards too. But also, this could be what I was saying, like, has a lot of options, like dating options and stuff. So maybe, yeah, they're just very attractive and have a lot of people going after them. But it looks like they're not really looking at that. I think they might be kind of focused on their ambitions, their career, their health. Like, I feel like they really take care of themselves. I don't know if that was what they've always been like, but they work out a lot. They, like, take care of their appearance. They do their hair. They dress nice. Yeah, I'm getting, like, for some people, like, military persons coming out, or just someone very active, something, a high-risk type job, performance type job. They could even be, like, together. Very creative sides coming out too. Intellectual, like, more like on the creative side than like a business side. I mean, they could make a business or something. Maybe they're like, or something that like invents things. I don't know. And I feel like they are really like planting the seeds for their like future success right now, and that's what they're focusing on. Even if they have all these options, like they haven't met you yet. Yeah, I don't think you guys haven't met yet, but maybe you guys have like dreamt of each other, or you have this vision of them, and maybe you're trying to manifest them right now. If you're into that, like the crystal energy that came through too, maybe you've been practicing like law of attraction, and this is a sign that it's coming true soon. You know, the 6 of Wands is like victory. But I feel like they definitely like. Uh-oh. And then we have 4 of Swords reversed. So this is like coming out of isolation, like. And in this deck, you guys, there's a nest, which is all about like home, family, and like baby too. And there's like a heart in this too, but she's sleeping in there alone. Interesting. But I was just talking about the 4 of Cups for some reason that was coming in. That's weird. Whenever that happens, I'm like, it must be significant when I'm talking about the wrong card, you know? Bottom of the deck is Ace of Swords reversed. So maybe you feel like you just haven't been able to win lately. Very much in your head. Yeah, I feel like that's been coming through a lot too. There's a bird there, or all the ace ones. Yeah, and there's like this math here and stuff. Like, yeah, just making everything like overly complicated. Or maybe just like really focused on work and like just have big dreams, and that's, you know, just haven't met the one yet. But I feel like this is coming out of hibernation, still coming to me with this card, even if it's not what I originally thought it was. Like, maybe you haven't been in the dating scene, now you're about to be, like, your heart's just kind of, like, tied to something. It's, like, time to open up and you're going to be coming out and, like, start a family with someone. The nest, like, if you've been dreaming about birds or nests, something about dreams. I feel like you guys dream about each other, even if you haven't met each other before. Have you ever done anything with, like, lucid dreaming or, like, done dream work? Like, maybe it's something, but I feel like you guys have this, like, karmic connection. You literally dream of each other. Like, right now, she's, like, in that, and, like, yeah. And I think when you guys do meet, it'll be kind of quicker pace. Like, you guys have not been focused on that, or at least they haven't. And once you meet, you're going to, like, be ready to, like, settle down, have a little nest egg, you know, share your heart, even though you've been protecting it, come out of this hibernation. And, yeah. Okay, let's get more details now, please. But I love these cards. Yeah, so I mean, for the most part, we have the most like air energy here, but yeah, definitely heavy air energy. So what do we want to do next? Let's do some astrology. I feel called to do the dice first for you guys. Spirit, can you provide some information on maybe what's strong in their natal chart, information on maybe confirmation of who's watching, when they'll meet, what the relationship will be like. Let me roll this one again, it fell. Sun, that makes sense with the Six of Wands. I was saying they could be like a performer, have like a lot of eyes on them and stuff like that. The sun is all like could be like a Leo like type of energy. Like they are very confident, have it's like take up space in the room. Like they have a lot of vibrant energy, and people watch them and they're about like the self. Then we have Aquarius here, which goes with the air energy, and also when I was talking about like they're in their head a lot, like thinking and coming up with inventions, ideas and stuff, like maybe abstract ideas, maybe like humanitarian energy coming through. Maybe you guys meet in Aquarius season or Leo season too, potentially, or maybe their sun signs in Aquarius. In the 10th house is possible. So we have the 10th house here. This also means like that a chapter is closing possibly if you're just looking at the numbers like 1 through 10, but also it could be like October for some of you guys. But the 10th house, what sign is that? So I think the 9th is Sagittarius, Capricorn. So that could be a Capricorn. There's some earth energy here. Or it could be that their sun is in Aquarius in the 10th house for some of you. If you guys know birth charts and stuff like that. I'm like so dorky when I like meet a new person, like guys or something. I'm like, so do you know your exact time and location of birth? No shame at all. But I know not everyone, even some of you guys watching, like, even know yours maybe, because not everyone knows all that information. So you can just look at the qualities for the 10th house. You can look that up. But Aquarius is actually... Saturn energy is coming through. Let's get some cards here and confirm. But right away when I saw that 10, I was thinking that it's like a cycle is closing of sorts. But we're going to get more information, guys. Don't worry. We have Taurus, so we've got some earth energy here again. Patient, caring, and calm. And then we have Aries. This goes with that like performance we're talking about. Adventurous, confident, and driven. Yeah, they definitely have this adventurous side to them. And maybe one of you is like the opposite, more reserved, or like, but they're gonna like bring out the wild side in you. Like when you get out of that nest you've been hiding in, or like, hibernation. And then you're gonna be like the star of their life. Cool. I'm looking at the Seven of Pentacles. I'm like, what's in the ground there? I'm like, what are those, like the chakras? I don't know. I don't think they are exactly, but yeah, I feel like they're spiritual, or you are, like, because I said multiple things about spirituality. I said like the crystals, manifestation, and then like spiritual people generally are really taking care of their heart, and then they think like, like some people are like, oh God, they're like, what are they thinking about? Like pigs can fly, but really you're like just talking about like the pineal gland or like something like astrology, and they're like, okay, like they don't take it seriously, but like you guys will get each other or open that side up to them, if that makes sense. More information, please, Spirit, on soulmate for group number 2. Sagittarius. Yeah, so we're getting fire energy too. So maybe that goes to like we were talking about. Was I talking about that? Something about like higher learning, but Sagittarius really makes me think that. And then we have Jupiter. It's actually reversed, but I don't always read stuff like these cards specifically in reverse, but maybe it could be like you feel down in your luck and stuff like that, or like things haven't been going your way lately. Because when Jupiter's upright, it's like it actually rules Sagittarius, so that's confirmation with that too. and Pisces, super, yeah, good luck and fortune. I think you're being called to like maybe be more positive and actually like work on manifestation and stuff, because you have spirit guides and they like want you to know that if you plant the seeds, like, and ask and like take care of yourself and like whatever it is that you want, like, oh my God, maybe you'll meet them like if you through like a hobby, like some kind of working out thing or something like that. I feel like they're definitely in shape and attractive. Like some of them might be like muscly, but I feel like they're like in shape, but in like, or like just like kind of thin naturally. Maybe some like do yoga, but others like are big runners, and some do extreme sports. Some might have a more alternative, depending on who you're asking, like lifestyle and appearance, like, yeah. Let's keep going, spirits. Let's get some more information, please. Let's get some archetypes to find out more. So now we're going to get into more information about this person. There's 2 bow and arrows here, so maybe I know people hunt, so maybe they're hunter. I'm not putting my own opinions into this. Maybe they're into that, or maybe they're into archery, or I think they're into archery, or something. I did that. I'll grab them. But again, they could just be like extreme sports. So they have to do that, or maybe they're just. Oh, there's too many cards in here, spirit. It's gonna go with this one. The comic, that could be with like being on stage and stuff. Maybe the cats too. But yeah, there's 2 bow and arrows there. There's a bird too. Like they're really smart. I feel like an old soul, but I feel like they're young though. Or again, I feel like you guys are different. Like one's a young soul, one's like, more of an old soul. One's someone that like likes to be center of attention. One's like more reserved. But like those like those different energies will go really well together. Like we have the Aries and then Taurus. Like the first and the second house. Aries is more like it's like yang, and then we have Taurus is yin, like more receiving. So I feel like you guys will be good complements to each other, but you're going to be very different, at least at first, and like outward appearance and like how you live your life before you meet and stuff. But I feel like you guys are going to connect on a spiritual level. Yeah. And I think they're really funny, and that could also have to do with being on stage. I don't know if they're necessarily a comedian, but I think they really know how to make people laugh and feel better. I think they might be a cat person. It's silly. There's like a little birthday hat on the cat there. And on here, it's the number 26 is on here. I don't know if that means anything to you guys. I like to say the numbers just because something that's confirmation for you guys. Let's get one more. Let me grab one more that's on the ground. And that's going to be, I feel called to do that. The Sustainer. And this one's 24. The Sustainer. So they like keep things going, like the Sustainer. I feel like when you guys do get together, it's going to be something that lasts. That's what's coming. Like the relationship's gonna like sustain, like get anything. Like they're not gonna let you go. This has happened to me so many times today that just paused. I don't know what part it did, but I was saying that once you guys are together, like they're not gonna want to let you go, but not in like a creepy, like firm, controlling way. Cause look and see how they have it, that circle, like that ball in their hand, but they're not gripping it too hard. Like they're gonna protect you and be there for you, and they, but you're still free to like move if you want to go, which is perfect. Like that's great. You don't want someone that's like you can't leave. I feel like they're going to definitely make you feel really safe and secure and give you the stability I don't think, that you're not used to. And it's going to be very new, but like refreshing. And, yeah. And then we have the Self. And there's like a pearl in it. So, yeah, I feel like they are very like, oh, look with the comic too. I think they're very like colorful out there. They like really like believe in themselves. Like maybe they are a little bit older. They're more experienced in life or something that makes them like they're not insecure. Maybe they were in the past or something, but they really like know themselves, and like this really inspires you. Weird. I've shuffled this so many times, and these are all like similar numbers. This one is 29. So I don't know. For some of you, I know this is like a specific age range, but like maybe you're between 24 and 29, or they are, or something has to do with that. Or that could be like the days of the month that is significant. I don't know. I just felt like I had to say that because I was looking at this and like, what? Those are all really similar, and I picked up random ones on the ground. But yeah, I feel like it might be in this dark place or something, and they're gonna like really open up your heart chakra, or like just I keep talking about chakras. They're really gonna like open you up to and make you feel a lot more confident, and you're just gonna be like, you know, object of their affection, like, and it's gonna feel really good. But I think they're very like funny, out there, talkative, happy-go-lucky type person, and it's gonna be really good for you. More information, please, Spirit. What should we use next? Hey, Emmy. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm like so losing everything right now. There's so many things all around me, Emmy, aren't they? So can you provide more information on the soulmate for group number 2? Me talks. Repairing the mind, body, and spirit. Number 39. So I was talking about like fitness and all that stuff earlier, but I feel like I think this relationship's going to help it. But I feel like they've already done this work, and maybe you're being called to do so. That's coming strong to me for some reason. But they're going to help you on this process. And I think it's mostly going to be like the mind, but part of this whole process of like feeling so good and stuff was that they started working on themselves, and that includes working out, but they also like started meditating or something, like yoga, getting their chakras unlocked. Since I said that, there must be a reason, you know, getting in touch with their spirituality and like God, whatever they believe in, you know, and that they really found themselves, and they're going to help you in this relationship find you, or I mean, it could be vice versa, but like before you guys are together, I think you two, like, you have to kind of start to love yourself and take care of yourself. And I feel like they're already in this process, and they're like ready for you. That's probably why they're gonna like. They're like, you know, they have you like, and they're gonna help you on the process. But you have to repair yourself. You have to love yourself before you can let someone else in, because this card's about me talks. So you gotta get rid of anything toxic in your body, especially like starting off with like negative self thoughts. And maybe have like a spa day. Take care of yourself and be silly. Maybe you're really like, you know, more serious and more reserved, and this is like a goofy person. Like maybe like right now you'd be like, I would never be with someone that's so loud, like, you know, center of attention, whatever. Like we're getting older now. We should be more serious, or like we should be, you know, like, do they even have a real job? Even though they have like an unconventional job of sorts. Like at least that's what it comes off to be, but then you realize, you know, it can be something different, but you can still, like, maybe they're, like, with this center of attention, that maybe they're, like, an influencer of sorts or something like that, you know, and you're like, how can they have security for the future? or it could be, like, vice versa, too, again, you guys, like, for whom I'm talking about, you or them. Yeah. But you're going to realize that, like, that free spirit part of them is like what you love about them, and it's gonna really like open your eyes and like make you feel less stressed, less uptight in a way, you know. Like, I'm not calling you guys uptight, but, you know, like, not worry about the little things and enjoy life more, and like get rid of me talks, get rid of all the ickies. Get one more card in here. Balancing act. Dances on one foot, and this was actually reversed, and I just turned it around. Yeah, I think you definitely are being called, like, even outside of this, to take better care of yourself and like relax more and stuff. Because this was reversed, but balancing on one foot, like a balancing act. Like maybe you have like so many things you have to be doing, like so many shoes to fill and stuff in your life, and once they come in, they're gonna help balance it all out. But I think that also has to do with like health and stuff, and like maybe you haven't been like focused on yourself, and like because you have other things, like maybe some of you have kids or something like that, or like work and all this stuff. You know how life is, and you need to start focusing on yourself. And I think that that process will get you in touch with this karmic connected, this soulmate of yours, and it won't feel like you're just like barely hanging by a thread or balancing on one foot. You know, you're gonna feel more grounded for sure. And feel more like yourself. And yeah, it's not selfish to take care of yourself. I'm hearing. The back of the deck is benefactor, grace, and generosity. Yes. You know, this kind of made me think of strength card for a second with strength. Grace makes me think that. That's why I said that. The strength card. Like, yeah. You gotta be generous with yourself, you know, and then all this other abundance is going to just come in. And look at it. You're going to be like those little cute little chipmunks or whatever they are. So happy in love. Like, so generous. Yeah, you got to be generous with yourself. With your, like, you know, not only give all your time to work or whatever. Have more fun. Be silly. It's possible to be, like, silly and graceful still. I don't know why I feel the need to say that. But let's get our love. I'm so paranoid. Just keep going up. Spirit, can you provide more information, please, on this relationship, this person? Yeah, no matter what their age is, they're like a kid, you know? But it like is so like pure joy energy, and you need that. You have here self-worth, and it was reversed. Yeah, you guys need to work on that, but they're going to help you. Like, a lot of this is coming through is like what they're going to benefit your life so much. And it says 26 here. We said that number earlier, so that must be relevant for some people. But yeah, they're going to make you realize that you are just the amazing person you are, and your self-worth is going to go up. But you need to kind of start that process first. But they're going to definitely help you, and you're going to help them. But that's, yeah, life's gonna be so much better. You're gonna, you know, you're not care about the little things like, oh god, do I have like a wrinkle? Like my wrinkles are getting more, you know, like all these things. You're gonna like look in the mirror and just be like, not even care, because you're happy. You don't worry about that stuff anymore. They're gonna make you feel beautiful inside and out. And then we have here healing. Yes, they're gonna heal you. I feel like they might be a healer of sorts. Maybe you are, but they're definitely like, this is like a relation. One of the like life lessons of this relationship is to heal like your heart and each other's. But yes, oh look at that little hearts all, you know. Don't let past things like stop you from moving forward for sure. And then we have control on the bottom. This came up in the first deck, and yeah, you got a lesson like. I feel like you, like, I don't know, I think it was opposite in the last group. I feel like it's you that needs to just, like, lessen the control and just, like, let go and let the universe, like, you know, like, with manifestation, like, you say what you want, you just, like, let it go and obsess over it all the time. And I think they're gonna, if you've, like, you were in the beginning, I was talking about, like, always up, like, in the air, like, thinking or whatever. They're gonna, like, pull you back down to earth, like, you know, ground you. And for some of you, this could signify that, like, maybe you guys are from different backgrounds or different skin colors or something like that. But it also could just be like, look at, they're all like into spirituality and like have found themselves, and you're still like a blank slate, and they're like, let me show you the world and turn you into this colorful being, you know, that could be it too. Yeah, they're here to guide you and heal you. It's sweet. Let's look here. Okay. Yeah, the lesson learned for you guys will be seeing the bigger picture. For heritage or background, for some of you guys, Baltics or Central Europe, and possible trauma that they'll help you heal with, or vice versa. Could be physical or sexual abuse. Maybe you guys both experience that, but that's going to be part of how you help each other heal. And it says star-crossed love and identity, older man for some of you. Yeah, I feel like in the past or in a past life, even like you're maybe like discriminated against in some way. It could have been social, religious, like a limitation, like a disability or disease, or it could have been like sexual discrimination, like like based on your how you identify in like if you're gay, bisexual, whatever on the spectrum. Is that spectrum sounds bad when I say that? Maybe I said that because maybe some of you when you're growing up, like you were told you were on the spectrum or have like you're autistic or something, and people like treated you different or something, but they like see you for who you are, and they don't care if you have like social anxiety or whatever it is. This is a general reading. I feel like I said that for a reason. Like you always felt like you were different from people or something, but they like really see you, and they make you realize that it doesn't matter like what people say. It's like they're gonna make you find this self-worth. They're gonna make you feel beautiful, like and they're gonna help you move on from the past. And that I think that's like your karmic lesson of your relationship, like, is this healing for sure. And I feel like they're probably older, or they're just ahead with the healing, if that makes sense. Oopsie. Emmy. Let's get some more cards for our group number 2. Tell us more information, please, Spirit. Concern, but it was reversed. 33. But it was reversed. So I feel like, yeah, there's a lot of this uptight, like, I feel bad saying that. I don't mean it like be negative towards you guys. Like, it's totally normal just to have all this control in life, be like worried about the future, have all these concerns, like, and a lot of it, this, I think, is based on like, programming for how we grew up, how our parents were, what trauma, like, have, like, endured, and like, healing or lack of healing we've gone through and stuff. And if you've been concerned about like work, money, like, anything really, that they're going to help you lessen this concern. And we've already even said that. So this, like, since it was reversed, that's good. And there's also an older man on this too. And then adjudication was reversed too. So I mean, maybe for some of you could work in the law system, or you've had legal battles, or it's been like a messy divorce or something like that. And maybe they're going to help you overcome trauma from that. Maybe your parents got divorced, maybe something legal. This could also mean that you guys are going to get legally married or something like that. Maybe in the past they like had, like, had to go to court, like maybe like have a record or something like that, but they've grown from that, because there's so much here about them growing, but that could be for some people they have a criminal background or something, but they were like kids, young, and it's not who they are, like, and maybe that could be like why people, like, it seems like they're talking about you, or maybe this could be you too, like you're like worried like no one will ever love me, or like no one like will like me because that's something I did in the past, and like you're gonna help, they're gonna help you, or you're gonna help them like move forward and know like whatever happened in the past is a learning experience. It's not who you are. Who you are is who you are today, that like helps shape you to who you are today. And I love you today. And like, they're like love you for everything you are. And that's like, and then if they did something, like maybe you're someone that's like always concerned about everything. You're like, oh my God, I would never date someone like that. And then you end up realizing that something that's like something that happened doesn't define them, like they're still this person that's amazing and makes you feel so happy. And you have to stop worrying about like what your parents think or what your friends think, society thinks. Yeah. And then we have on the bottom of the deck, message. So, maybe look out for some sort of important message. This could even be your spirit guides right now telling you to look out for signs. It could be in form of mail or something. Maybe, I don't know, maybe some people work for the post office, that's just, or like UPS or some FedEx or something like that. I don't know, that just came to mind. But pay attention to the messages. And 7 is the number here, and that's like a spiritual thing. So look out for synchronicities, anything like that. I feel like it could be like a sign that you're coming in, like, it's happening now or soon, meeting them. So pay attention to synchronicities, just like feelings you have, like work on your intuition, like, and talk to your guides. Like if you feel like you're not like you don't have intuition. Like we all do in a way, but like you're just if you feel something, if you see a bunch of repeating numbers all the time, pay attention. Oh wow, and courthouse was right underneath that. So maybe what I was saying before, that's confirmation. What haven't we done yet? Let's do this. We were kind of talking about the lessons learned. Ooh. All these cards are in different order. Spirit, please provide more information. Then we'll get timing. Growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Yes. Definitely some spiritual awakening type thing coming in, just growing as a person. Like, that goes with what I was saying before, so. Surrender. I can release my need to control. Say that with me. I can release my need to control. Yep. Let's roll the dice. So maybe like this number will mean something to you or something to look out for, but the angel numbers and stuff like that. Like I know, like I've been looking at the clock a lot with repeating numbers lately, but numbers have always been a way at my guys. So actually everyone, like you're 9-2. Maybe 92 is a birth year for some people. Would that be in the range of like 28 and 29 or something? Something like that. 27. That isn't that range I was saying earlier. So some of you, or that could be the other person, or just 92 means something to you guys, or they add up to 11, which is a master number. 9-2. And if you look at them separate, it could be like September 2nd or February 9th or the month of September or the month of February. But September 2nd. Let's do a timing. Where is Spirit? When will group number 2 meet their soulmate? If they haven't already. But I feel like you guys haven't met them. I mean, this is a general reading, so maybe some people have. If this is correlating to somebody you know, like exactly you know. September 2nd. Is that Leo? Ooh. I'm gonna go with this one because I saw this first. I didn't even see the other cards. So we have here 33. It's already come up twice. Oh, my battery's about to die. Okay, so 33 is the key. And I feel like, yeah, they're going to be the key to your happiness. But we already had 33 right here. So that could be a number to look out for some of you. Irrelevant in some way. And the 8 of diamonds. But like keys in this, oops. I think the camera's different now. But so keys represent like opportunities and this stuff, and just like, you know, the passage through to like a new life, a new chapter. But let's see what the timing is in the book. Oh my gosh, I've been filming for like ever. You guys still here? If you are, is there a key emoji? If there is, leave it key down below. Let me know if this is resonating so far. I hope it's helpful. I told you to be detailed, and I'm trying to get as much detail as possible for a large group of people. In the coming month for some of you. And then, so there's 2 different meanings here. If you were doing a spread with this deck, like if it's close to the card, like if it's the first 3 cards or something, that's when it says near, and then if it's further in the spread, that's the far. So this isn't in some big spread. I guess it's like the end of this one specifically, but for in the coming month or subject to access key. Yeah, you need to be open to receiving love, you know. And when you are in the coming month from when you're watching this. So you maybe I pulled a couple cards because like not everyone will meet. Where did they go? I'm going to pull one more because I feel like a few dropped. Oh, here they are. These are the 2 that dropped with it. One of them is 28 and it's a man. It's the 8 of hearts. And then we have 23 mice, and it's a 7 of clubs. So let's see what those say. I feel called to do it, so it must be for a reason. Because I feel like not all of you are open to receiving the love God. But don't keep your eyes open. Don't miss out. But if you're not ready, then you're not ready. Oops. On the wrong page. For the man, it says July. And the mice, it says right now or shortly. It's happening now, if you're ready for it. Wow. Should I look up really quick angel number 92? Let's do that. My brother's born in 92, and I'm like, how old is he now? Because it's crazy, because I feel like I'm his age. Like, when I was younger, he seemed so much younger than me. I was born in 88. Oh, 92. It indicates that you will recover the losses you have suffered in the past. That could even be like past life stuff if you guys are like, have a karmic thing going on. But also, I think, you've lost this feeling, that you could even have love or something. Whatever it is for you. Always have faith in everything you do in life. It keeps appearing when you're feeling low. Oh. You are being supported. Look up number 92 as well. Angel number 92. Interesting. Further down, I see angel number 92 is famous for its mood swings. In the snap of a second, the turn from caring and loving individuals to angry and destructive people. Well, that could have to do with like having to be in control and stuff like that. I feel like they're going to help you overcome anything like that. Balance your chakras too. I was like, something's in balance there. They're definitely going to help lessen your anxiety. I feel like if you've been really anxious, or like, because a lot of times for some people, like, anxiety comes out as like, it seems like you're being angry or like mean or something, but really it's just you're reacting. And it's like probably some coping mechanism from childhood or something. Like, they're going to help you deal with that, or you help them, but I think too. Okay. Did we do all the cards that I wanted to do? Are we ready for the charms? Yes. I'm getting tired. It's like 1 a.m. I started this so many hours ago. Oh my God. Sometimes it's better when I do things tired because I don't like think about other things. Maybe I think a lot about the reading, but I'm not. I don't know if that makes sense. If you guys read tarot, does that happen to you? It's not like I'm too tired or anything. It's just. Okay, it's out of the way. Oh, I should have taken a picture. I'm sorry I didn't. You guys probably have like really good photographic memories or something. Sorry, this is taking me a second because I'm going to put them all in the right spot for the last reading after this. I don't even know where the second is. Okay, this might be loud for a second, guys. Spirit, what else do you need to know? Thank you so much. Well, one fell. Man, is that a freaking key that fell? That's crazy. Okay. In the past, we have a diamond here. So I feel like you or them could have been married in the past or came from money or some is another thing. Yeah, there's a money bag here, yeah. Some people came from a lot of money. Yeah, and then right in the middle there's like this like pharaoh thing. Maybe they have like maybe some people have like are really into Egypt or Egyptian, or they like to travel a lot. Oh, that would be so cool to go to Egypt. And maybe they have all this money to do so. but also it could have to be maybe they were married in the past. In the present, there's this mask here, so that kind of is telling me or confirming that you guys haven't met them yet, or you're not open to meeting them. And that also maybe like you don't really let yourself out like shine, or maybe they don't. Like, I feel like it's more of you. I don't know. It could be them too. Like, you're not your true authentic self always, and like kind of to like get to know you, and it's hard to do so sometimes. Or maybe you like present yourself one way, but then you're really the other. Or maybe you're just confused because you don't really even know who you are, because you're like identify with like as your job or as a mother or father, like, and not like you know, if that makes sense to some people. And I feel like they're really gonna open you up like that, but. Or maybe you play a lot of roles too, a lot of masks and stuff, but like they're gonna make you be your true self, or just discover that even. And for health, there's a heart here, so maybe there's been some. It could also just be like heartache, but maybe some heart problems in the past. But there's also like a little wing here. I don't sense this as super like negative, but there could be like, it could be even something like blood pressure for all I know, or maybe even like anxiety or something's coming through, like it's having to do with like maybe that's what's blocking you from, I don't know, maybe there's some sort of health problem that's been holding you back, or like at least that's what you think, from finding love, or like thinking you're worthy of love, or even trying to find love because you have some kind of health problem. But Spirit's saying with those wings, like you that don't let that hold you back, and that doesn't, like with the identity earlier, like that does not, your condition or whatever, it's not you. That doesn't define you. That's, you know, sure it's a part of you, but that's not you. Like, you know, you're gonna realize that there's people don't all see you that way. Maybe you thought that, maybe because past treatment from other people, but they're gonna like see you, like you know, and you're gonna be like feel like you've never been seen before. And then home, here's like the like lock and key, like this is where you put the lock, like, and key came up earlier and I just dropped it too, and keys on the ground. Oh my god, you guys, yeah, you guys are definitely, they're the key to your heart, and like, you know, you guys are gonna have a home together. You just have to, maybe you haven't found that right match, you haven't been able to get in the hole. Everything I say sounds like pervy sometimes, but you know, you haven't found the right match. You haven't been able to, like, you know, no one's been able to like get in, or maybe it's even them that's like this. No one's been able to like, you know, no one has the right key to open up to your soul and like who you really are, but they're going to be able to do that. And then for career and money, we have a mermaid here. So maybe they do something kind of out of the ordinary. Was it this group I was saying that too? Like maybe like, you know, you want someone who's more stable and secure, and whatever they do doesn't seem that way to you. You know, and this could also have to do with like spirituality too, like, you know, because mermaids are like, I mean, not real that we're aware of and stuff, and they're into all these things. You're like, what are you talking about? You know, but they're gonna help you with that. And maybe that has to do with their career too. Maybe they do work in spirituality, and that's how they make their money, or they do something with the water. Like, they're unique, that's for sure. Whatever they do is like very unique and like one of a kind. Like they're gonna just be like so different and so interesting. At least you're eventually at least gonna see them as super interesting and like what? Like someone you've never seen before. I don't know why like dolphin trainer is coming to my mind, but that's like very specific. And I know that a job you can do everywhere. But maybe also like you think someone like this doesn't even exist, like the perfect partner. Like, you know, like mermaids don't exist, but like, you know, they do. And yeah. So that's what I have for you guys, my group number 2. I hope you guys found this helpful and insightful. I know this is long. Let me know. And yeah, it looks like for some of you might be meeting this person super soon. So let me know how it goes. And yeah, I love you guys so much, and I hope to see you in the next video. If you guys haven't already subscribed, I hope you consider doing so before you go. And yeah, if you want a reading with me to get more information, emails down below and all of that. But anyways, I love you guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you super soon. Bye. Baby girl, it's okay. We're almost done. We're almost done. Hi group 3, so if I look tired, I've been filming for a long time now. These are long detailed readings. I hope you find this very helpful. So you guys chose the So Below deck from the Book of Shadows and then Malachite. And this stone, I feel like this whole relationship is going to bring you so much abundance in so many ways. And green's also associated with the heart chakra, obviously with money and abundance, and also transformation is associated with Malachite, and safe travels too. So maybe that's relevant for some of you, but let's find out more. And my cat's being a little baby because I was busy earlier and now I'm not paying attention to her, so you might see her during the video. Spirit, can you please provide an overview of the soulmate and soulmate connection, who the soulmate is, like what they look like, what they do, how old they are, how they meet, everything about them. Their personalities like, karmic lessons. Please give an overview and then we'll break it down further with all these decks of cards in front of me. We have here 3 of Swords reversed. And in this deck, I need to look. There's a moving truck. I was just talking about travel. But also this is like getting over heartbreak. Like she's so sad there, but it came out reversed. So maybe there's been a lot of changes, like a breakup. Maybe you had to move or like move back in with your parents. Like something happened. Maybe you had like kids that went off to college. I don't know. It's different for everyone, but there's something to do with like a moving and losing a home or losing a partner that you consider to be like home to you, or not wanting to move. I don't know. Something really sad was going on, but this is showing me that whatever this sadness is, this anxiety, this heartbreak, it is lessening, and that's great. So that's going away. But the big thing though that really stood out to me is the moving part and the keys that are in there. So, but definitely it has to be relevant for some of you guys that you're getting over heartbreak or sadness in some sort of way. And it's likely related to something with like a relationship moving or a marriage. Like maybe the person you thought was your soulmate or a past soulmate or a lover or whoever left town, moved away, or no longer with us, something like that. And then we have the stars reversed. And in this deck there's kids there. So maybe for some of you that really was like a kids left or something like that. Like maybe there's someone also that you thought you'd have a family with and then it didn't work out and you're like thought they were the soulmate you were meant to be with. And maybe you guys did have some kind of connection, but spirit and your guides and everything want you to know that you were with the past person for a reason, like to learn a lesson, but they're no longer here and they're not the one you're meant to be with now. And try and take that sadness and like harness it and just like learn from it, but don't hold on to it, you know? Maybe some of you would really benefit by like writing down all your emotions or what you want to release. You can look into releasing rituals and like how she's crumbling up a piece of paper in this card here. You can also like light it on fire if it's safe to do so. But just like maybe writing it out, even journaling or something like that might be a good way to get this 3 of Swords turned upside down like it is here, like release any negative energy. Also, it's coming to me now, maybe it'll be very beneficial for you to like maybe write down all the characteristics of your ideal partner, be very clear about what you want, because maybe in the past like you kind of knew what you want but you didn't get clear. Maybe you ended up with someone that ended up not being exactly what you wanted, like you thought it was what you wanted but it wasn't. Like maybe for some of you wanted kids and they didn't, and that could be why you split up. But I feel like this is showing like that you've lost hope and inspiration, like, or maybe you lost hope that you could even have a family or have love, have this joy, but spirit doesn't want you to give up. Emmy, what do you have in your mouth? She found this toy. I don't know where it came from. I haven't seen that. You're so cute when you have fun. And then we have the Knight of Wands reversed. Yeah, I feel like maybe this past thing. Yeah, I feel like this overview is more like confirmation for you, but maybe I'm describing the life of this partner, but I think for a lot of you this will be like confirmation that this is about you and how they're going to help you move forward. But maybe whatever that you're sad about, the past connection, like you'll learn especially after meeting your soulmate, that they're holding you back from who you really are, like, and your true passions, and that a real soulmate, a real, like, person that loves you would want you to do what you want to do, you know? They wouldn't stop you from doing what you love. They'd support you. So maybe, like, for some of you, you wanted to move for a job, but then that didn't happen because of someone else or something like that. And I think maybe some of you are, like, afraid to take risks and try new things or even get out in the dating pool. Like, she looks kind of scared there, right? But she's learning to trust that these are, like, peaceful creatures. But it's scared. It's new. You're like, you know, you haven't been around these people before, this person before, and it's scary. And it's scary being out in the world. Like, if you've been with someone for so long and now you're, like, newly single or something like that, like, it'd be really scary. And also, especially, like, if you've never even had to, like, be on online dating sites and stuff like that, like, it's just not even knowing what's out there. And, like, when you're always with someone all the time and then you're alone, it's a little scary. But you're going to find, like, loving yourself even when you're alone, and you're going to find what you're passionate about, and you're going to feel like a kid again. Maybe you are, you know, no matter what your age is, you're going to feel so young and like you, like, because it's like the world's your oyster. And once you realize that, I think maybe some of you might actually meet your soulmate while doing a hobby, like, while you're exploring something, like, and that's going to be really attractive for them, like, seeing you follow your passions. Like, you might feel like a fool, like, oh my, like, because you're brand new at whatever you're doing, and you're like, I'm too old for this, or some talk you gotta get out of your head, by the way. But they're just gonna, like, look at you and, like, be like, oh my god, that's so cool that you're doing this. They're not even gonna think about it, you know, and there you are, like, feeling insecure, like, because you're like, God, I'm too old. Like, I feel like I hear this stuff. I don't know what it pertains to for your case specifically, like, or whatever. Maybe you're too young, whatever it is that you're saying that's, like, makes you embarrassed. Hi, Emmy. Like, maybe you're just afraid to put yourself out there for whatever, which reason, but, like, once you do, like, you might feel, like, embarrassed or awkward or insecure or something, but they're gonna, like, that's, like, gonna be what they love about you, that you, like, are doing that, and they're just gonna think you're so cute. Yes. Yeah, I feel like there's just, like, no matter how old you are or whatever gender, whatever, there's just, like, youthful, like, cuteness to you. And I really like that about you. And then we have King of Pentacles. So before I was getting vibes about you, like, strong, but now this is making me think of them. I think, you know, I get, like, this youthful vibe from you. I feel like they're, like, this, like, secure and stable person, like, kind of like what you need, you know, and they might not have been, like, who you went for in the past, but yeah, I think they're gonna make you feel really safe, and they're gonna be really stable. They probably already have, they, like, own property or house, or at least they have, like, a place that's nice or something like that, and, like, they're very charismatic and nice, and, like, everyone loves them. Like, they talk to all their neighbors. Like, if they live in an apartment building, they're always saying hi to everyone. They're very friendly, very down to earth, very approachable, very, like, smart. I bet they're pretty, like, I don't know, I get this vibe that they're older, but it doesn't really mean that. Maybe there's, like, in life they're just, like, a little further ahead or something. Like, they have, like, this you know, the career path, like, you know, most people, I don't know what the number is, but, like, a lot of people, like, get into a career path when they're young, and then they realize it's not their passion at all, and they go to another one or something. So that could also do with you, like, feeling like, oh God, I'm so brand new to this, like, how, you know, I'm embarrassed, like, how do I start as an intern or whatever, or go back to school at this age or whatever, and they're gonna be, like, they actually, like, were fortunate to enjoy their job and, like, climb the ladder up there, and so they're, like, doing fine, so even if you're the same age, but maybe that's also what they really find inspiring about you. Like, maybe some of you are going to go back to school, or, like, just figuring out what you want to do later, or don't even know, but you're trying to figure it out, and that they're like, go you, that's freaking awesome that you're doing that, and they're going to be very supportive. But maybe at first you're like, oh God, why would someone, like, I think you have this, like, negative mindset or something going into this, like, why would someone, like, because you look at them without even knowing them and be like, why would someone like them, like, want to be with someone like me or something, like, you know, and you gotta get that out of your head. But that's not how it is. They actually are going to, like, love your energy and everything about you. And maybe they're not someone you would really even think about dating at first, maybe because of that, but also maybe the age difference. But maybe, like, the type you've been going for, you're going to hopefully learn that that's not the right person for you. Like, Spirit's saying, like, maybe, like, take a look at, is there, like, cycles in your life with relationships specifically? Maybe take a look at that, but I feel like you guys are going to live together probably, too. Maybe you guys will actually meet, like, if you do start a new job or a new hobby, maybe you move away or something, and you're, like, and that's kind of why you're embarrassed, because you're, like, just starting out, and maybe you're in the same age, but they're, like, your boss or like, higher up or something, and, like, you don't think it's possible, but they, like, really like you, and you realize that, and I think they're going to build up your self-confidence for sure. And they're just going to be so much more stable and secure than what you're used to. Knight of Pentacles. I always see this as a super secure person too. Like, they're going to be someone that, like, freaking cooks dinner for you and gardens and stuff, and, like, the last people you were with, like, couldn't even, like, afford to, like, take you out to dinner, or, like, just didn't care, or, like, just ate Taco Bell or something, you know. But they're gonna be like, oh, let's go to Whole Foods, and, you know, I found this great recipe for, like, something that you couldn't even, like, pronounce or didn't even know what it was or whatever, and then be like, you know, like, or they'll, like, have, like, a little lot in a community garden. They, like, or do all these things, like, you didn't realize were so cool, and, like, all of a sudden they're, like, just like, wow, that's the type of person I should be going with, not the guy that doesn't even want to take me out to dinner, and, like, you know, yeah, he's gonna be very, like, grounded, down to earth, like, might have his own garden in his place or something, or she. I'm saying he because I'm looking at a person here. When I just read cards as energies, but if I say he or she, it doesn't matter. It can be interchanged. Don't take that too personally. But yeah, they have a lot of hobbies, and they're, like, I think they really like to, like, nurture and take care of you too, and they're gonna, like, help you out, like, become healthier lifestyle too, because I feel like they're conscious of that, and they're just, like, yeah, just very wholesome and so different than what you're used to. So stable. I feel like they're gonna be attractive too, but, like, not the type you normally go for. I don't know what that's coming through so strong here. Like, you just never, like, really envisioned yourself maybe, like, having the picket fence. Like, you don't have to have a picket fence, but, you know, you just never envision yourself, like, you know, in that type of life. I think you might have thought of this person as being, like, old, or, like, your parents or something like that. But then once you, like, you know, maybe you didn't want to give them a chance, but, like, then you do, and you're, like, realize, like, how much you click and stuff, and that actually how the lifestyle they live is actually, like, you like it. And you were, like, something about it, like, you're mentally were, like, blocking it out or something. I don't know. Let's get one more card here. Tarot card, and then we'll get into the other decks. So yeah, a lot of earth energy coming through. But it could also just be that, like, stability, security, like, type stuff, like, loyal. Ace of Wands popped out. It was reversed, but, so yeah. I feel like the past, you've had some, like, passionate, steamy relationships maybe, but it fizzled, you know, and it ended up not just being fun at first, but not, like, long lasting. Like, these are just, like, little candles there. They're not even 7-day candles. And, like, there was a lot of energy and, like, spark there, but it ended up being, like, chaotic and not, you know, and maybe you were always after that, like, thrill of that, like, you know, that passion and stuff, and you just figured someone that, like, looks like they're just, you know, someone that seems boring, you didn't realize that there could still be, like, passion and stability and, like, you know, never-ending candle, you know, they could still be hot and steamy even if it's with someone that, like, you know, just totally not, like, reminds you of your dad. I don't know why that's coming through, because I feel like when you're younger, like 20 or something, like, you saw people that were, like, your dad did or something. Like, when you get a little bit older, you realize your parents aren't even that much older than you. Like, depends on the person, you know, and your parents and all that. But, like, you just, like, saw them as, like, being boring adults, even if you're an adult, you know. And like, you know, you would start new things and they just didn't work out, or you keep going for the same person. It just was never good. It was, like, all these problems and stuff like that. But you're going to realize this is going to be a passionate connection and stable. So it's possible to feel secure and stable and still be passionate. And that it's going to be like, what? I just want to take a look at the bottom of the deck energy. Yeah, 10 of Swords. Look at this. Oh my God. Remember I was talking about releasing rituals? This card literally shows it. This is, like, my releasing ritual card. You guys have to look into that if you don't do it. The full moon's coming up if you're watching this in real time. But it's time to let go Like you can literally, if this is all relating to you, it's like, for example, when you write down on a piece of paper what you want to release, and then you burn it if you can, or like just destroy it somehow. If you have to burn it inside, just do it by a sink in the fire safe bowl, or do it outside if you can. But not, like, you know, with water nearby. I was just thinking, like, not in California. I don't know. Okay, I'm not going to ramble on about that. But you write down things, be like, I release my negative, like, self-talk. I release my tendency to go for men that don't love me, or women, or I don't know, stuff like that. You can just, whatever it is for you. I release my, like, anything that's blocking me from true love or living the life I deserve, all this stuff. And then you can write it all down, you burn it, and then just let it go. And then you'll have this like channel open for abundance and this weight lift off your shoulder, and just leave it in the past. Don't dwell on old things and old mistakes and think that someone that, like, you know, you normally wouldn't go for, someone who's so stable and secure, like, be like, oh, I'm a mess though. Like, why would they go for me? Like, stop that. That's something you need to release too. And just move forward and try new things, because that quality about you being able to move forward and do new things and stuff is going to be what draws them to you. Yeah, for sure. Let's get some zodiac information. So we'll see if we can get some signs, some confirmation, what's present. It doesn't have to be their sun sign, but we'll see. This card. Libra, harmony, charming, and connection. Yes, it's gonna be, and there's even a balance on here. Like, it's gonna be like a balance, like harmonious. Like, you're gonna be like, I think, like a part of your old self or yourself now, kind of like, it's like weird. So I've read this before. It sounds bad when you like say, or like you're like, that's not me, but like some people are actually like addicted to the drama and like fighting and like bad, like talking about negative things. And I think at first you might be like, oh, this is boring, like I'm, you know, or like kind of try and start something first. Like, try not to do that, like, because it's okay to just be happy and like peaceful and like be like click with someone well, you know? I think it's gonna be like seriously shocking to you, like how well this is gonna be. And then we have Cancer. Nurturing, loyal, and sensitive. Yeah, I feel like whoever you went for in the past was not like open to your emotion. Like, you know, like you felt like you couldn't even like tell them how you felt or something, or they wouldn't take you seriously, or they didn't talk about their emotions. Like, this person's going to be really open to you about how they feel, and they want to listen to how you feel, and they're going to be there by your side. They're like very sweet. And you're going to be like, you're going to love it. And then Virgo's on the bottom of the deck. Supportive, reliable, meticulous. Yeah, that goes with them too, right? Let's use this deck too. And then we'll roll the Astro dice. I keep looking at the timer because it's timed off on me so many times without me realizing in other readings. Because I'm just like so into it. Here, I got some time. Then we have Venus. Yeah. They're going to think you're freaking hot, but I think they're definitely attractive. They're super attractive, but I think maybe they're like conventionally attractive, or just not like your normal type, or if you have a type, but I think they also see you as really attractive. I think they have a nice body too. Yeah. And Venus rules Libra and Taurus, and Libra came out. Venus also rules like finances and wealth and beauty and all that, so. Libra. Okay, make this up. So this could be like, oh yeah, that's their sign, that's my sign, like confirmation, but also that's just showing you that harmony, charming, connection. And Libra is the 7th house of relationships too. Let's roll the Astro dice here. Where'd they go? Hey, girl. We have the 6th house, which is Virgo. Didn't that come out? Yeah. And then we have Neptune. Sometimes I get confused about Neptune, Uranus. And then we have Neptune. It's like dreamy. And Sagittarius. So, the 6th house is Virgo, and that has to do with like health and routine and stuff like that. So yeah, I feel like this person has a really structured life, and maybe you haven't been that way, or people you've been with haven't. Maybe they've been more like, because Neptune's like kind of dreamy, kind of like spacey in a way, not like kind of not with reality. And this is going to be like such a like realistic, how do I say this, like realistic approach to like yeah, it's not like, I think the level, like this connection is something you think you can only dream of. You don't think it's real. In Sagittarius, they could be a Sag. We have some wand energy here, don't we? Some fire energy, yeah. But it can also represent like higher learning. Maybe they're very educated, or maybe this is also a sign like you meet them when you're starting education again or learning something. And also they could be like a mentor of sorts. Could be how you meet them. Travel. Yeah, travel could be big. Maybe they love to travel. You meet them, because I brought Malachite earlier, which has to do with travel. Hi, baby girl. And Neptune also has to do with like water, maybe like traveling by sea or something like that. And yeah, Cancer's here too. Maybe you're empathic or they are. But I feel like they're very at least open to your emotional needs and everything, which is great. Let's get some cards here. These are some archetypes. Spirit, we need more details, please, about this soulmate for our group number 3. The Mask. I feel like this came up, but not in the card, like in something else for another group. But anyways, you're not going to have to hide who you truly are around this person. I feel like at first you're going to think so, because you think, I feel like I'm being repetitive, but you think like someone like them wouldn't want to be like, with someone like you, because you're programmed thinking about it. It's not true. Because obviously cause they like are so into you. And maybe you think they're like, oh, black and white, and you're like more like different than that, like artistic and like alternative compared to them. Like they just seem like there's like, you know, family with a picket fence that does things all the same, but it's not like that. It's like, you know, and you realize that what you see is not always what it is. And I think this person's going to help you be more open-minded and really figure out why you're triggered by those things and like grow from there. Because something I think from the past is making you have these thoughts, you know. Maybe it's like childhood thing, or like you should do some shadow work, something like that. Maybe that releasing ritual will help you. Or maybe you feel like who you've been around with, you feel like you have to put on a mask and it's like getting exhausting, you know? And they're going to be like, oh my God, like this is like a breath of fresh air. Like I can just talk and I don't have to worry about what I say. Like nothing's going to set them off. Like maybe someone you spent time with before would like get mad at you for things that were like, it didn't even make sense, you know, just for like being yourself. And like now you don't have to like try extra hard. You can just be you. And that's awesome. And yeah. And you're going to realize they're not so black and white. They're actually pretty dang cool and colorful too. And like have all these cool interests. And you're like, you're like, why did I judge them? But I think in the past you just did, you know, things happened so you could get to this person, you know. And yeah. Hi, Emmy. And then we have the Siren. So maybe there is something with the sea here. See how there's like that fish there, and the sirens are like those people, those like nymphs or whatever, like mermaids that would like sing their songs and like lure in these like the, not pirate, like, or I guess they are like boat people. I don't know. Why can't I say that right? I'm like, pirates are the ones that rob. I don't know. Captains at sea. I don't know. Whatever the word is. Why is that escaping me? Maybe this person has a boat and really likes being on the water or something. Or maybe, and also like this mythical thing here is making me think that what I'm saying right now, like you're even thinking like it's too good to be true or something like that. But that's not true. And maybe they'll be like, along the way, you're going to get lured back into your old lifestyle or old people or exes and stuff. And maybe if you do like have some kind of like lapse in judgment or do something you shouldn't, I feel like they're going to be really understanding maybe. You know, at least the first time. And you're going to be like, oh my God, like you're just going to really respect that and realize like, I'm not going to make that mistake again. I don't know why, like for some reason, this thing here looks like a pill to me or something. Maybe that has to do with something. Maybe there's some bad addictions or behaviors or something. And, you know, like you're so used to this and you're so used to people that like treat you bad and you like have these inner, you know, these the shadow stuff you have to work through, and you like self-sabotage and like, you know, because you're getting lured back to whatever it is in your case, and they're actually gonna like listen to you and understand, and they're, you know, and they're gonna be like, wait, you forgive me? Like, it's just gonna be like one of those things, like too good to be true in your opinion, because you're so used to being mistreated, and you're just so used to things going bad that you like are gonna try and self-sabotage it, because that's just like what you do. You'd rather like just scream and fight and get out of it and act crazy or something, just so that you don't end up getting hurt by them, but in the end you still get hurt. Like, maybe that's a cycle you've been going through, but they're gonna help break that cycle for you. And on the back we have the ring. Yeah, they're like gonna be, you know, they're like gonna be loyal and committed to you, and that's gonna be something you're not used to. Even if you've been married before or something, this is like multiple lifetime love commitment type thing. So they're likely going to propose to you and get married, or at least like have some kind of commitment, even if you don't do it legally. But yeah, there's definitely commitment there, and they are like, once they're in it, they're loyal and they're in it, you know, and they're not going anywhere. Let's get some other cards. Spirit, what else? I'm gonna restart this really quick. Oh shit, it said 11 minutes and then it's gonna time out. These readings are really long. So Spirit, more information please. Trust. Yes, you're gonna feel, it's gonna be so refreshing to have someone that you actually trust. And look at that, holding hands like that. Like, you're gonna, yeah, they're so different than what you're used to, but you're gonna finally trust someone. I feel like you haven't been able to trust anyone, because everyone like has let you down, whatever, you know, and you're finally gonna let yourself be vulnerable. Healing. This came out of the there's some repetitive cards in different decks, but I'm not going to tell you. Go watch another one, because they're very specific, and they're long too, and it's 37 and 30 if those numbers mean anything. Yeah, you're going to heal. And I feel like you're going to heal them in some way too, but this main thing is like about them helping you, and like it's going to be amazing. So yeah, let's get some... What deck should we do next, Emmy? I don't know, she's right next to me. Let's grab some cards here. Spirit, more information, please. Treasures hidden in the shadows. Will of the Wisp. Yeah, this makes sense to me, because hidden in the shadows, like, this person, your soulmate, is not where you normally would look. Like, they're pretty much in the shadows, because you're not even like, they're not even in your vision. And it's 62 is on here, if that means anything. Or number 8. Will of the Wisp. I don't really know. Oh, and there's like butterflies in it too. You know, this is gonna be so transformative, like in the beginning. Yeah, you're not looking in the right places. Like, I think you're gonna realize, or you already have, that like who you've been going for, the places you've been going, like how you've been meeting people, that's just not working the type you've been going for. And you're gonna be there and realize that they, like, you know, they're seriously not even in your vision now. They might be someone you, even now, you might be like, what, never would go for that type of person or something, you know. But you're gonna open your eyes and realize that. And it's gonna be so abundant. Maybe they're like a night person, or you are too. It's coming out. And shadows there. Shadow work is important for sure for you guys. Definitely suggest looking into that. Yeah, to everyone. Everyone should be doing shadow work their whole life. Like, it's just a part. Like, you can do all the shadow work, but you still have to keep up with it, you know. Woodwives, adaptability, 64, yeah. It might be uncomfortable to make changes, and it's really uncomfortable to do the shadow work and stuff. And maybe just to live this, maybe you are like a super big night owl and this person's like not. They're just like gonna be these, you're just gonna be adaptable to even opening yourself up to meeting people or something like that, you know? And I think they're gonna be a real adaptable person. Like, I think you guys are living quite differently, but it doesn't matter. You guys are gonna do well. But be open-minded. Keep your eyes open. Look in places you normally wouldn't. And then we have the farther gate. Bold step forward. 55. Yes. keep going. If you've given up on love or you feel like this is just out of reach or something, like, no, you might not be able to see the exact path. It might be a little foggy, but it's just take one. It's farther gaze. Just keep going. Take that bold step forward. Put yourself out there. Like in the very beginning of the reading, I was saying that. Like if you feel like, oh God, I'm too old, I can't do all this. Yes, even if you feel like I can't even join a dating site or something like that, just take that first step. Atomic Habits just came to my head. Just making like 1% change. Just make like baby steps. You don't need to make some drastic changes overnight. Just be open and willing and make little changes. And once you start doing this, you'll working on yourself and stuff. I really think that's when the person's going to come in and they're going to, what you're insecure about, like, is what, like I said earlier, they're going to love that. So that for taking that bold step, for being you, for like, you know, they're going to really admire that. And it's going to like really make your life so much brighter. You just have to keep going and take that step. And yeah, don't be afraid experiencing. Just take it, the bold step forward, and then it's all this abundance, and everything's going to start pouring in. It's not that far away. You can see it. Like, look, you can see it. You might not know what's after that gate, but it's there. Okay, a few more minutes before the camera shuts off. Let's do this. Let's see what if there's like life lessons. Trust, yes. We had trust here too. I accept my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Yeah. Have you, like, situations, whatever's making you feel sad that we talked about in the beginning, or past relationships, did you ever like ignore a gut feeling or anything like that? Like, your guides want you to start trusting your inner voice, like your intuition more so. And just trust that the next step will just, you know, just trust. You're being guided. You're divinely protected. And like that little step, that fear, that anxiety that you're going to feel at first, like look at what's coming after. You know, that's what they're saying right now. Yeah. Let's get... Potentially, you or this other person could be of Indian descent, or maybe you travel there. Some of you may be LGBT plus, that's here too. They might be a father, or you might be, or a mother. And the lesson to be learned, we already talked about trust, but this one says peace. There's all this information on these cards. I'm just taking what resonates. Some of you maybe are a performer of some sort, musician, entertainer, actor, or dancer. Maybe that's something that you're afraid to go after, like your passion. Like, oh God, I always wanted to learn how to play piano. I always wanted to sing or something. But you're always too afraid, or you think you're too old or whatever. And I think when you follow that hobby specifically, for some of you, that's going to be, maybe they're going to be like your mentor or teacher, or you're somehow going to run into them because once you make those little changes and start doing your hobbies, like somehow your life paths are going to cross, you know? Yes. Age is on here too. It doesn't mean you're like live in Asia or wherever I'm saying. It could just mean like you have the heritage, or this could be a travel too. Something connected to this. Potentially military background. Location. This is so interesting to me. Here's a boat. I think they might have a boat. Ocean traveler. Yes. Yeah, that confirms that. That's cool. Maybe they just even like to fish. Maybe they have like take you on a trip, like when you first start dating or something like that, to the water. Because water's come up with Neptune too. Magic. I think this part's for you, and telling you gotta work on your intuition, do those releasing rituals, and that will be really helpful for you, like before you even when maybe they are into that, but I feel like that's something like I suggest your spirit guides are suggesting through me to tell you to do, to get over all the negative things in the past. I do a releasing ritual at least once a month, like with the full moon, so something that's really nice reminder every full moon to do so, and like really think about what needs to go in your life, because something needs to go for new things to come in. So your guys definitely want you to know that. So I'm just going to get a new memory card, and we're going to get some more information and then timing, and we'll do some charms. Spirit, what else do we need to know? This group 3 need to know about their soulmate. Adjudication. So, and it has number 30 here. So maybe they are a lawyer, a judge, work in the legal system somehow, or potentially this could have to do with like a divorce or having a criminal background of some sort, or just having to deal with some kind of legal manner. They don't look too distraught. This does kind of look like a marriage to me, like, or if you're worried because something happened in the past with you legally, or a divorce or something like that. Obviously they're very accepting and adaptable. And if you're like, I would never be with someone that has been married or had kids before, be more open-minded, because like they could be like literally your soulmate, you know. So that could have to do with that. 30. Did that number? Yeah, we have 30 coming up multiple times because healing's 30. Just kind of looking around until a card pops up. Oopsie. Expectation. Yeah, I think you need to let go of just expectations in general. I mean, you should expect to be happy and loved and whatever, you know. But like, look how she's just like looking out the window, like longing and stuff. Don't just expect things to come to you. You need to actually put in some work for this amazing stuff to happen. Like, take that bold step forward. Yes, thank you, Spirit, for confirming. You can't just expect things to, like, you know, you can't just, you know, you have to be that first step, you know, go after your dreams. Be that beginner in whatever course, or, be, you know, no matter what stage you're at, like, you can't just expect things to happen if you're just sitting around worrying about them. And you can't expect, like, to meet someone if you're not putting yourself out there. Like, don't just sit there and long about what you want, you know, and be like, and I think a lot of this, like, when people just look like and like long about things, they're mostly thinking about what they don't have, and that mindset won't get you anything. Like, maybe do some manifestation and stuff, but you still shouldn't, like, just think about it all the time and be like, where is it? Why isn't it working yet? You know, that's not really good mindset. You have to kind of like let go and just believe the universe will deliver, but you still put in action. You know, you take steps to do so. Like, you'll get some like intuitive hits, maybe like whatever the hobby is we're talking about, or like leaving something that keeps you waiting, like never tells you where they are, like they're supposed to come over and they didn't come back that night. You know, like stuff like that. Like, that's not. You should expect to not be abused, or like, you know, you should be treated fairly and kindly and honestly and stuff like that. But you can't just expect, as a single person or whatever, or like, you can never expect people to change too. Okay, someone has to hear that. But you can't just expect love to come to you. Definitely is coming from there. You have to be bold and put in some kind of measure, be adaptable, look in places where you might not normally, like, you know, and that's where they're going to be. And look, high honor. Did I say military earlier? Where did that card go? So maybe they did serve, or whatever they do in life, they are honorable, or they're just like a solid person that everyone respects. But there's definitely some military background, maybe, or they're like a professor of history. 25. Yeah, maybe they like did serve, and now they're like. Or I feel like some judges, I don't know why is this coming through? I mean, well, this looks like war, obviously, but I feel like some of them might just be like history buffs or something like that. Let's get some timing. Because that's definitely, I mean, most of that deck is like a different era, but yeah, I feel like maybe you're like more on like the creative side, or always dated like musician type people or something. I don't know. Nothing's wrong with that, but like, I think you never went for people who were like, watching the History Channel or something, you know what I mean? And you're gonna be like, wow, I actually like, you know, he actually has some interesting things, or she has some interesting things to say. Oh, and we have here 4, the house. Stability. This person's very stable, and it's the King of Hearts, but we'll see the timing for this card specifically. But yeah, once you meet this person and stuff, you open your heart, you open your mind to the possibility and all of these things we've been talking about. It's gonna bring forth like safety, security, love, like balance. Like you're home. You're gonna actually have a home. Like I feel like some people in this group might. And sure, you're living somewhere right now, probably, but it's like, and maybe even people you've been with, or maybe when you're a kid or whatever, like nothing's really felt like home, like you're gonna feel like, oh my God, like this is home, like this is where I'm meant to be. Oh, I love that. Where is the book with the timing here? Hi, baby girl, how you feeling? For the meaning, I happened to turn this page and look right at it. Home, hearth, family, hospitality, refuge, shelter, domestic. Yeah, maybe you never thought you'd turn into this like domestic god or goddess, whatever, Like, I'll never get married, settle down. Come in, let's see how soon. December. So I don't know when you're watching this, but December is relevant, or that could be when you meet, get married, get a home. But December, I think for most of you, I think it's going to be when you meet because that's what I asked specifically. But December is an important month. Let's see what else is here. What today? Let's do some charms. Just start seeing if there's anything I missed, but they're going to make you feel so much better. Yeah, some of the past readings, it was like kind of you're both helping each other. Like, of course you're going to help them. You're going to they're going to love the shit out of you, but like, this is really going to change your life, like, more than you know. You guys have to let me know how this relates, if it correlates with you, resonates, and what happens in the future. If you guys want more information too, we can do a private reading. My information is down below. And I know these readings are long. If you guys are still here, what should we have you guys? I don't know yet. Butterfly? Okay, let's do the charms. It might be loud for a second, guys. God, I look tired. I've been like super late. That's it. Oh, and I'll get an angel number too. Okay. For love, there's scissors right here. For some people, this person might be like a doctorate type person or something. Maybe you're a hairdresser, they are. They might be really attractive and have great hair. You too, because the Venus came out strong today. But also, I think you need to cut through the bad people you were dating before. Cut off those people, cut off those relationships and move forward. Cut out the BS, and that will make room for love. But professions are coming through for some reason. But we have here in career and money, there is a shoe here, a high heel shoe actually. So, yeah, I feel like whatever the job they do, they likely dress up for it, like suit and tie or some like heels type of energy. And also it's career and money. So maybe they like designer brands, or you do. Modeling could be something. And then for present, we have a ring here. So maybe at this very time, you or them are actually in a committed relationship right now. And maybe that's like something to do with that trauma you're working through. You mentioned that actually in the very beginning. This could also mean that in the near future. Also, I feel like I kind of got the vibe earlier in the reading, but I feel like there's like money. Maybe they're like investing in like silver or something right now. I don't know where that came from. But and then for the past, we have here B. So yeah, maybe in the past, you're always surrounded by people that were like really gossipy. Where are they? There's like some saying. It's like the bees are buzzing or something. That means like gossip. Someone said that to me once. I like Google it. I'm like, what is it? Yeah. It's time for you to bloom, baby. Maybe like some people in the past, like, they got you primed for this relationship. They like pollinated your flowers, but you're not blooming yet. But like they, like kind of like helped get started. But like soon you're gonna bloom with this person. Does that make sense? And you got like stung in the past. Yeah, you got stung in the past by some a-holes, and you don't even know. I mean, now you know what's coming because we've been talking about it. But you got to cut out the a-holes that sting you. Well, that's the past now, but there's still some work to do, and maybe it'll make you feel better to do a little bit of a glow up, like get a haircut, a little makeover. You don't have to spend a lot of money if you don't have that. Just do stuff at home. Like hair dye costs only a couple dollars if you want to do that. I'm not telling you have to dye your hair or something, but just do something that makes you feel good. Like self-love work and stuff like that. And I think, like, you just get a haircut after it's been a while. It feels nice, something like that. Whatever makes you feel nice and like more confident, because that might even help get you to do like those hobbies and stuff. Like take that bold step forward. And maybe some of you are looking for new jobs and you're like getting dressed up for interviews or something like that. But yeah, I think this person will be able to provide for you financially if that's what you want. But I think you're going to find some passion, and maybe it's not going to be something that pays the bills, but because of them, you're going to be able to do that. And they're going to like love it. They're like, they don't care if they handle most of the bills or something. They want you to live your passions. And you're so used to people like putting you down. Like, why would you do that? They're going to like, they're just going to be your number one support, like they're going to be your number one fan. Like, oh, I'm happy for you guys. Let's get an angel number. Maybe this will be more information on dates, and we'll look up the message. I didn't do that, did I? I don't think I've done that. 1816. That year made me think of like the history buff and that person or something. 1816. Also, something just getting maybe kids are involved for one of you guys or both of you guys have kids from a past relationship. And they could be around that age range. But that's kind of nice. Like, they're going to be, like, out of the house soon or something. I mean, kids are never gone, but, like, maybe, like, why you haven't been dating for some of you is because, like, you were focused on that. And now you're, like, your kids are, like, busy or, like, being teenagers and stuff. Even if they're living at home, they're not, like, interested in hanging out with mom and dad anymore, like, but they will. They'll come back for sure. And you have more time to date and stuff like that. Or maybe you're like, I'd never be with someone that had kids, but like since they're around that age, you're like, and you're being more adaptable these days. But let's look up what that meaning is. Did I put my phone on the charger? One sec. And I encourage you guys to look it up too, because you'll probably find a different message from your guy. So I just Google angel number 1816. Oh, it's full of exciting news about your future. It's telling you to use your manifestation tools, such as prayers, positive affirmations. Let me click on it to get the rest. Yeah, you guys change those thoughts, positive affirmations. It's really all about repetition. Like, I know it sounds silly saying all these things, like when you're like poor, being like, I'm wealthy, healthy, and successful. Like, but like the more you say that, like your subconscious mind will believe it, and then like it'll become reality. So, where did it go? Self-management, good judgment, and achieving success and abundance due to your personal efforts, intentions, and actions. Angel number 1816 is a message from your angels that you are to use your manifesting tools such as prayers, positive affirmations, visualizations, and decrees to heal any fears, feelings, and negative emotions to do with finances and career issues. Your angels want you to hold only positive thoughts and expectations regarding the material aspects of your life so that you are able to successfully manifest abundance and prosperity. They suggest decluttering. Mental declutter and your place. Like, get rid of stagnant energy. Maybe, like, moving would be nice just to get rid of all the stuff, you know? Get rid of that old that no longer positively serves you to make for the new. Relationships, too. And get better suited to enter. Take time to consider or reconsider a project, venture, pastime, or even your employment, career, profession, as they may have suited you in the past, but no longer align with who you are becoming on many levels. I feel like I said that. Yes, I love when it confirms. Yes. Oh. Yeah. So that's what I have for you guys. I feel like I don't know if I really talked about physical attributes that much with this group, but I mean, it's a general reading, so they could really look like whatever. I said they have a nice body, right? And I feel like they're like conventionally good looking, but that beauty, it's all subjective, right? But I think if it was just like the standard person, they'd be like, oh yeah, they're good looking, you know, they're handsome, they're whatever. But I think everything, it's going to be such a strong mental connection, like, yeah, and different than your usual type. That keeps coming through too. But that's what I have for you guys, group 3. I hope this was helpful. Let me know how it resonated. Let me know what happens in the future. I can't wait to hear. And if you haven't already, I hope you guys consider subscribing before you go. Like this video, share it with anyone you think would benefit from it or enjoy my channel or videos. And yeah, that's the best way to support our channel. There's more ways to do so listed in the description. But yeah, I hope that means I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, I love you.